Light to get going here. Oh boy, I'm excited. I am excited. We're good to go. Hey guys, how you going to the BKR Sport? Wowee, we are in for a big night of Rugby League World Cup quarterfinal action. In this first game here, so I'm just getting this team list up here. In this first game, we have England going up against Papua New Guinea, baby. Papua New Guinea. Let's go, baby. I'm that excited. I'm so excited. Yes, sir. I am excited. You guys know me. Love my rugby league. We obviously had Australia versus Lebanon earlier this morning, and that was a bit of a blowout there. We all knew that was going to be happening, though. But in this game, obviously, England are the favourites, but I do genuinely give Papua New Guinea a shout of an upset. I have still, obviously, if you've watched my YouTube short, I have tipped England by 10 points, but I would not be crazy if we see the first real bigger upset of the tournament in this game. But there is a world as well where England win by quite a bit. So, I don't know. It's a tough game to read here, but I just know Papua New Guinea are not going to give up without a fight. They're going to fight hard. They're passionate. They love this game. They're obsessed with this game. I'll tell you right now, knockout, quarterfinal, one of these teams are going through to play the winner of tomorrow night's Tonga versus Samoa. That's going to be such a big game too. So whoever wins this one is going to have to take on a team that's going to be battered, bruised, and slaughtered tomorrow. I tell you what, you want to be winning this game because you're taking on a team that might be susceptible based on how physical that game will be tomorrow. But then again, this game will also be quite physical. England haven't come up against a real physical team like Papua New Guinea just yet. PNG, they're just going to really bash India and England. They've probably got a bit more quality there. But in the same sense, I'm telling you right now, this Papua New Guinea team has been good so far. But guys, let's get into the two team lineups here. And then we'll get into the chat and see what you guys are saying about it. Obviously, smack that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. But let's get into it. So, for the English today, Elliot Whitehead, Herbie Farnworth, Callum Watkins, Michael McLaurin, and Sammy Tompkins. They're back into the team with Andy Ackers, Joe Batchelor, Mark Sneed, and Mikolaj Oleszki with Ryan Hall going out. So Ryan Hall had a very good group stage. He's going out. Sammy Tompkins, he's the fullback today and the captain with Tommy Mackinson and Dominic Young as the wing. You got Callum Watkins and Herbie Farnworth in the centres. Really good centre pairing there. Defensively, maybe not so much with Callum Watkins, but Herbie Farnworth, very good player there. Obviously plays with the Broncos. Had a long stint out this year with injury with the Broncos, but I'll tell you what, great centre pairing there, especially on the attacking factor. You go to the halves, Jack Welsby and Georgie Williams. Georgie Williams, we know he's a great player. Jack Welsby had a lot of hype, did really well in game 1. Hasn't really done it in game 2 or game 3 though, so look for him to have a big involvement in today's game here for England. Moving to the front row now, Tommy Burgess alongside Chris Hill, and then Michael McLaurin, he's the hooker today. Elliot Whitehead and Johnny Bateman as the back row, and then Victor Radley is the lock. So good forward pack there. I tell you what though, that Papua New Guinea forward pack has been good so far too, so they'll give him a run for their money. Morgan Knowles, Matty Lees, Mike Cooper, and Mike McKeegan is the interchange with Kai Pearce-Paul as the replacement, which is interesting because he had a very, very good game last week and linking up with Dom Young. Obviously, they're both... Dom Young's already at Newcastle. Kai Pearce-Paul's going to be at Newcastle in 2023. I tell you what, that's interesting that he's not been selected there, but in the same sense, I also do get it. But we move to Papua New Guinea now. Kevin Apo and my boy, Mackenzie Yeh, Sylvester Namo, and Watson Boas, they come back into the team with Emmanuel Wayne, Sherwin Tanavi, Wes Atenza, and Zev John going out. Alex Johnston, gee whiz, how good is he? He's the fullback today. He's been very safe in this tournament. Nothing explosive, nothing too crazy. Obviously, he's a winger for the Rabbitohs. But yeah, he's been very good safety-wise at the back for Papua New Guinea in this World Cup so far. On the wings, great wing pairing here. Obviously, they are missing Xavier Coates. He's not going to be at this World Cup at all because he got injured in the warm-up to Game 1. But Jimmy Ngutulik and Roderick Tai, they've been very good in this tournament so far. Specifically, Jimmy Ngutulik, he's really had a breakout tournament in my personal opinion. But Roderick Tai also very, very good. Nene McDonald and Justin Olam in the centres. That's a fantastic centre pairing there. Nene McDonald's obviously been through the Cowboys, the Titans, the Dragons, the Super League as well. Yeah, I don't know where he is actually right now. But Nene McDonald has the experience to get the job done in this game as well. Moving into the halves now, you got Carl Labour and Lachlan Lamb. These guys, you don't know them much. Well, NRL fans will know them briefly, kind of just, but they've never really had their full-on crack in the NRL. I think Lachlan Lamb's had a little bit of go with the Roosters maybe, or is that Labour? They kind of get morphed into one person, these two halves, realistically, because they're so underrated, but they're also not unbelievable, but they work so well together, is what I'll say there. And they've played so long in the Papua New Guinea team here that these two guys, they just really know how to work together as a duo. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the halves can do here today. Wellington Albert and Sylvester Namo, how good have they been in this World Cup? Incredible. And then Edwin Ibabe, my God, like this guy has really blown onto the scene. He's probably been the player of this World Cup that's really taken the World Cup by storm. It's been fantastic to watch Edwin Ibabe. We had a whole heap of Papua New Guineans before the World Cup coming on and saying, Edwin Ibabe, he's going to be the guy to watch in this World Cup. Watch out for him. You know, everyone's looking at the back line, everyone's looking at forwards, but geez, yeah, he's been great, and it'd be great to see him potentially get a contract in the NRL. Video coming out this week about that. Nixon Putt and Reece Martin back row. And then Jacob Alec is the lock today. Dan Russell, my boy Mackenzie Yeh, Jeremiah Simbican, and Watson Boas is the interchange, with Kevin Apple as the 18th man replacement. So, yeah, two big teams here, guys. I genuinely would not be surprised with a Papua New Guinea surprise and an upset here. However, I do think it's a bit too crazy and a little bit too rogue to say that England aren't the favourites here, and England should be winning, especially with the fact that they are on home turf. I actually believe this was in Australia, or, it was in Papua New Guinea like we saw in the last World Cup. Honestly, believe Papua New Guinea would win this game. But with the fact that it is in England, a lot of expectations on England. They've got a decent enough team here that should be doing away with Papua New Guinea. But then again, that's not based off the fact that we know what these English players are capable of. A lot of people don't know what this Papua New Guinea team is capable of. And a lot of those guys there is mixed NRL talent with guys who are just passionate for their country. I don't know. It's going to be a good game here. Really, really good game. And it's going to be really physical. So I tell you what, it starts in about 40 minutes time, guys. We went early for this one. I was going to go an hour early, but I thought, maybe that's a little bit too early. We've got this game here in 40 minutes time. So we'll be sitting here chatting with you guys. And then at 5 a.m. AEST, we'll be going live for New Zealand versus Fiji. My Fiji buddy. Oh boy, Dozo Viti. That should be a good one there. But guys, obviously, as usual, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Smack that big old red subscribe button. On our way to 21,000. Now, not too far away either. Not too far away from 21,000 as well. So hit that big old subscribe button, and let's get into it. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat, baby. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. All right, let me just move this across like this, and then bang. By the way, anyone who's a fantasy Premier League user, I tell you what, it was a struggle 20 minutes ago. It was a struggle. Especially with the news about Holland and also Foden. Oh yeah, from Zakynthos in Greece, good on your champion. He's always here. He's always ready to rock and roll. Zay Brown says, what a start for Fiji versus Scotland, up 12-7. I would love to have streamed that game, but obviously I couldn't. This is too big. This is primarily Rugby League channel. I'll do as much rugby as I possibly can, but I can't do this Fiji versus Scotland game, and I also can't do the Australia versus France game, which would be massive. It would be massive. But then again, if I was a Rugby Union channel, obviously I would choose to do that, but it is Rugby League mainly on this channel. Dasmate says, England just beat Canada in the women's 54-4. Yeah, they must have really slowed off in that second half there, England, because they were up like 40-0 at half-time. They were up like 40-0 at half-time. Don't start me in that wheelchair competition. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, firstly, go and follow us, BKR Sport, on Instagram. But that wheelchair rugby league match this morning, or yesterday, between France and Wales, holy shit. Like, it was 158-6 or some shit. My God. Slabber says, will be good to see England get shit on. Oh, it's always good to see England get shit on, but they're still favourites this game, but it's always good to see England get shit on. Jacob Ratueri says, hey BK, you king, Scotland 14, Fiji 12. Keep me updated on the Fiji game. Only update me on scores, though. Only update me when someone scores. Don't give me a rolling update. People do this all the time, where, there's another game on, they're like, oh, this man just made a really good tackle. It's like, don't want to care about that. Just give me the update of the score, obviously. Which is what you did. I'm not having to go. I'm just saying. Demi says, PNG win by at least 2 points with a penalty. That'll be amazing. What a game. I just want it to be a good game. Even if England win, I just want it to be a really good game. Because we still haven't had, besides that Tonga versus Papua New Guinea game, we still haven't really had a fantastic game so far in this World Cup. Sachin Kelson says, Khan, the Kummels send those Muppet Poms packing. Deary me. Biggie Shack says, controlled aggression is the key for PNG. Absolutely. They need to basically just maintain... They just need to maintain their heads. It's all about maintaining their heads, keeping themselves in the game. by knowing that even if it's like 6-0 early or 12-0 early, Papua New Guinea can still come back. It's still within reach. They can't let their heads go down and think, oh shit, okay. It's a very big islander mentality here, where if it goes quickly against you, you start to blame the ref, you start to go against ref. As fans, you can do that. You still shouldn't, but unless there's warrant for it. But as fans, it's okay to be, I guess, blaming in that regard. But when it's the players, you can't have it. It's just like I always say, and this is why I was disrespected by what Tedesco said today. But then again, I'll give you an explanation that I think maybe Tedesco is playing mind games with New Zealand. But yeah, I think that it's a very big thing in the islands that as soon as things go against you, the players, their heads go straight down. So that's what I'm nervous about today with Papua New Guinea, especially when they've got the weight of their country on their shoulders. What says, what time is it in Team Crumpet Land? I think about 2 p.m. or so. I think they're about 10 hours behind me here in Queensland, 11 hours or so behind Muppet time in New South Wales. So I think it's about 2 p.m. I could be wrong though. Duncan says, a Lamb played for the Roosters. Yeah, it was Lamb. Yeah, thank you. McCann Genosis, can't believe Liam Moore is the ref. Oh, you're shitting me. Are you taking the piss? Liam Moore's the ref here today for Papua New Guinea game? Nah, bullshit. Nah, you're messing with me. Nah, you're taking the piss. Match officials, Darian Ferner as a touch judge, senior review official Adam G. You're taking the piss. You're taking the piss. There's no way they've put Liam Moore as the referee here. There's absolutely goddamn no way they've put Liam Moore as referee here. I'll flip out. I'll flip the table. I'll flip the goddamn table, son. I'll flip the goddamn table, son. I tell you what. I'll flip the table if Liam Moore's referee. I'll flip the table. This guy's screwed Papua New Guinea in 2 games so far. 2 games. 2 games. They won one of them. He still screwed them. And the other one was the Tongan game. There's no way. You're talking shit. There's no way. I don't believe it. I don't believe they've got Liam Moore as the referee. I don't believe it. Charlie Thompson says, surprise, no Luke Thompson. Dasmate says, France should just pack up their wheels and go home after that. James McLaughlin says, how the cricket going? I don't know. I know what happened, but in the same sense, I haven't been watching the T20. I'm not a big fan of T20, mate. I'm a big fan of, 5 days. And my question to you, sir, based off the fact that I've always maintained that I'm just a big fan of the 5 days. My question to you is, how's the Ashes going for you? Because I'm pretty certain that you didn't win any of them, and I'm pretty certain that you had to rely on rain just to draw one of them, and it was a 4-0 slap. So thanks for coming. And also, just to remind you, who is the current T20 World Cup champions? Just a question. Just a question. You don't win at cricket. You don't win nothing. But I don't care about T20. I really don't. You'll struggle to see me do BBL this year. You'll struggle, but I might. We'll see how we go. We'll see how we feel. Justin Sunday says, wow, we started so early. Yeah, mate, we're slapping, man. We'll get some good chat going. Guy says, bro, you should win the Vault fight. I want to. I've been really sick the last 24 hours or so. Especially today. So that's why I didn't stream the Sonny Bill Williams fight. I really wanted to stream that one and also the Justice Hooney fight last night, but I just need some rest because obviously it is a hectic schedule right now. I am doing this fitness thing, as you guys know, by following me on BKR Sport on Instagram. Plus also got all these streams, and I've also got a lot of stuff going on in regards to personal life. So it's a little bit hectic, but we'll see how we go on. I'll do my best though. I will do my best. Before the release we started early, I see. Oh, mate, we're starting early, son. We're slapping you, son. Well, we would have started half an hour early anyways. We only started 15 minutes earlier than what we normally do. Jordan says, when does the game start? Game starts in half an hour time. Justin Sanders says, is it Papua New Guinea that Rugby League is the national sport? Yes. Papua New Guinea and I think Cook Islands. I think they're the only 2 nations in the world that have Rugby League as the national sport. But yeah, absolutely in regards to Papua New Guinea. Adam G is a ref, you muppet. Exactly right. Yeah, I was going to say, you bloody goose. I wish they put Liam Moore there. Papua New Guinea, I tell you, the people there don't exactly have a fantastic amount of money, but they would all come together to pay for flights for their biggest, their baddest, their most destructive person in their country, and they would send them to Liam Moore's house. There is no way they would allow Liam Moore to be the referee in this game. Tony, Alus has bro kickoff at what time actually? Half an hour's time, 30 minutes time. By the way, good to be back on your channel. Appreciate it, man. We've got 3 big games. New Zealand, Fiji at 5 a.m. as well. And then we've got Tonga versus Samoa. Boy, we will start an hour early tomorrow. That game's so big. I'll start an hour early, yeah. I'll start an hour early for that one. Rugby League World Cup site, he is down as the referee. Stop it, McKenna. Don't do it. Stop it. So, Marcus, can you explain why Adam Carr was wearing number 9 jersey and Latrell wearing number 8 jersey against Lebanon? Was really confusing. Yeah, I can explain to you in the sense that the organisers of the Australian team had no idea how stupid they were going to look when they did this stupid numbering system. There is a lot of other players. Like let's go through the team list, and I'll tell you. There's they just decide to go. It's based on amount of caps you've had for your nation or some shit. and like the order of how many caps you've had, it's the most ridiculous thing. It's the most ridiculous thing on the planet. But the Australians decide to go with it. There's no way they do it for 2025. They just look stupid. If they double down on it, then they look even dumber. And there's no way you double down on it. There's been too much criticism. But yeah, absolutely. It's been confusing the entire tournament. Try being a commentator like myself, man. Try being a commentator like myself who has to, look at the backs of the players to try and make out who it is. And then you see, what's it called? Jack Whiten in the 10, as a front rower in the centres. You're just like, well, what the shit's this? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you got Latrell Mitchell. So Latrell Mitchell and Jack Whiten, two centres, are playing as two front rowers based on the number. You got Val Holmes and Adokar on the wings, and one of them's playing as a centre, and Adokar's playing as a winger. But you've got Adokar the number 9 jersey. You're like, stupid. At least James Tedesco is the one who's got number 1 because he's had the most caps, I believe. You go into the halves. I'm pretty certain Cherry Evans would have more caps, wouldn't he? No, second, because he's number 2, so he would obviously have second to Tedesco. Munster in the 7 is the most confusing of the lot because obviously he's a 6, but they give him the 7 because of their goose actions. Nathan Cleary, he's obviously the utility in the 14, even though he's playing as the 7. Jacob Weavish is playing as a winger in the front row. Tenafasa Malawi is an 18th man replacement on the prop. And then Harry Grant is not even in the first 19 players with number 20 on his back for the hooker. Angus Crichton in the 17 and Liam Martin in the 21, two back rowers there who, at least Angus Crichton made the bench, I guess. And then Isaiah Yeo, geez, he's not liked too much. 24. He doesn't really get too many bloody appearances, does he? Cherry Evans with a 2 on his back, stupid winger. Cameron Murray, at least he's got a back row with a number 11. Paddy Carrigan, at least he's got 13, even though he doesn't play a lot because it's going to be Isaiah Yeo from Carrigan and Cameron Murray, and then Lindsay Collins at 15. It's just stupid, bro. It's just dumb. Whoever thought this idea was like, let's do it based on caps, you just say, you're stupid, man. You're just dumb. You're just dumb. Whoever thought that was a great idea. Matacross's bro was talking shit, legit made my stomach sink. I wouldn't be able to sleep if more was the ref. Oh no, stop it, Matacross. It gave me a nightmare. We're not even into the game yet. It gave me a nightmare. We're not even into the game yet, son. Come on, man. So half an hour to go here until the game does start, guys. Obviously hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new around here, get a coffee, get a beer, get a drink of water, get something, and just kick back. It was going to be a big stream. Well, just says, I remember Lyon was even hitting 6s in the Ashes. Even Lyon, yes. Nathan Lyon was hitting 6s in the Ashes. James. Hold on 1 second. EPL Live. Okay, lines available. Please tell me they didn't screw us. It is Alvarez, Grealish, Bernard Silva. Okay. Good one, Rodri. Okay, yeah. Foden and Haaland at least on the bench. At least I captained. Okay, I changed my captain from Haaland and I went with Callum Wilson against Southampton. Jeez, though. I had both Foden and Haaland in my team. They're both coming at some stage, but I'm just glad I took the captaincy off. He could still score off the bench, though. As Hackle says, how good was Rory Burns in the Ashes, Bummies? He was good. He was very good for Australia, yeah. Jax says, how's your day going? Also, what's your prediction of this game? I hope more is in the rev. Jax, you should be watching my YouTube shorts. I gave you a prediction with my score, with how much I think the team will win by on the YouTube shorts. I do one as a preview to each game and a post-match review of each game. So far, I might even do other things with the YouTube shorts. I'm just starting out. Last week was my first week doing YouTube shorts, but I did take England by 10 here. But I do think Papua New Guinea have a chance to surprise. Full-time leagues, no offence to those in the wheelchair, but the wheelchair rugby players have to be ones that don't have working legs, or can anyone play wheelchair rugby? I actually don't know the answer to this. It looked quite exciting. It did look quite exciting, but in the same sense, I'm pretty certain it's going to be, people who don't have working legs. I'm pretty certain. But in the same sense, I'm kind of just talking shit because I don't know for a fact, but I would assume that you couldn't just be anyone. Like, I would assume, based on common sense, that... based on common sense, let me just message this. News was right. I would assume, based on common sense, that you would have to be paraplegic. I think that's the one. For J.H. says they're in a wheelchair for a reason. There's also that option. Desmond says Adokar is the best number 9 Oz has ever had. Here we go. Full-time leagues, I saw some players in wheelchair rugby that had healthy legs. Is that true? I don't know, mate. I really don't know. Pahendra says this game is going to definitely be a banger. Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. Dasmate says, the captain always gets number 1. Cherry Evans has the most caps, but yeah. Okay, makes sense now. Yeah, I think that's how it works. Well, that makes sense. Because I was going to say, DC's been around longer. DC's been around for the last... Did he play in the 2014? No, he wouldn't have played 2014. I don't know. Are you sure? Because Tedesco would have only come in after Billy Slater, so no. But was Cherry Evans was Cherry Evans was the half in 2017. Tedesco was playing for Italy, so yeah, you're probably looking at the fact that Cherry Evans does have more caps, but the captain does get the one. Full-time leagues, I thought DC looked good when he came on, played better than Cleary. Cleary had a bit of an off game, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, a bit of an off game. Charlie Thompson says, hope Liam Moore is fair and doesn't be biased. So it is fact. So Liam Moore is the referee. I'm going to flip out. Liam Moore is the referee in this game. Sorry, Papua New Guinea. Sorry. A18 says, up New Guinea. I'd love to see him shut up all the English people talking shit on the Rugby League World Cup Insta. Yeah, it's typical English arrogance, man. I get it. Like, I do get it. I understand that you would be confident in this game, but in the same sense, there's a reason why Papua New Guinea are here, and there's a reason why Papua New Guinea nearly beat Tonga, or should have beat Tonga in that first game. Papua New Guinea are a very solid team, and they're not someone that you should take lightly. Tonga took them lightly, and look, they should have lost that game. Overall, I get being confident, but there's a clear difference between confidence and arrogance, and it's definitely clear English arrogance that is being shown prior to this game. And that's why it'd be incredible if the English players thought like this and came in thinking they'd already won and then get slapped. And this is what I was saying before with Tedesco. I think that Tedesco was disrespectful towards Fiji, but with that being said, I think that he also can play mind games with New Zealand in the sense that, you've already made the final. You've already made the semi-final. We're taking you on. Think about us. Don't think about Fiji. And then Fiji come with the ambush and the blitz, and we see Fiji win in the morning. So I think that Tedesco was kind of playing that game, or he just wasn't smart enough and said something really stupid. I don't know. I'm making an excuse for him. Jack says, if Liam Moore is the ref, he definitely won't be fair. We saw what he did last time with PNG and robbed them that game. Also, he's English. Well, he's had 2 games. He's had 2 games with Papua New Guinea. One of them was that game, that first one against the Tongans, and the second game was the one against the Cook Islands, and he gave the Cook Islands a ridiculous try. That was clearly not a try. Vincent Remmer says, never say die, let's go to Kumals. Get around to Kumals there, exactly right. Full-time leagues, says DC was on the bench in 2014. Okay, there you go. Yeah, so on the bench in 2014, he would have more caps than Tedesco, especially considering Tedesco had to wait till Billy Slater retired before he could get a crack, because he was obviously playing for the Italians beforehand. Smith would have been the captain in 2017. Yes, he would have been, absolutely. AFL18 says they were saying that run through Australia easy. I saw those comments, which is crazy. Like, that's just absolutely absurd to hear from English, to say that they'd run through Australia easy as if, like, they've never won a World Cup. We've won 8 of 9. We've won 8 of the last 9 World Cups. The only other team to win one was New Zealand, and when it was a non-professional competition, it wasn't even England who did win it. It was actually Great Britain, which means that they got to include Scotland and Wales and Ireland, the likes, right? So, it's an interesting tactic. It's a bold strategy, Cotton, from the English to be talking as much as they are about Australia, but I just want to remind you who the current champions are, who have always been the current champions effectively besides 2008, and just don't forget who your daddy is in most sports, because it is a thing. Full-time leagues, they also said Commonwealth would only put up with them for 30 minutes. I get it. I can, like I said, I can see a world where that happens. And Papua New Guinea falter. Like I said, I can still see a world where England win this game by 40, 50 points. I don't think it happens, and I think Papua New Guinea will give it a really good go for the most part, and I think that Papua New Guinea can surprise, but there is also a world where England put them away. There is. My name is Jess's score prediction. I went England by 10, so I'll go 24 to 14. I think that's a relatively decent scoreline there. For hand races, what do you think about the Rugby League and the Olympics? That's 2032, isn't it? I think they're bringing it in for the Brisbane Olympics, if that's not mistaken. I think that's great. We'll obviously win it, but in the same sense, I think it's fantastic. I don't think it is Rugby League. I think it's the Nines. I don't think they've brought in. I don't think they're bringing in the full 13s. I think they're bringing in 9s, which is great because then you just add in guys like Joshua Dakar. You bring in. Actually, to be fair, that's 10 years away. My God, Joshua Dakar won't be around then. Who's going to be cracking on until... Well, we won't know. We won't know that kind of Olympic team then. That's 10 years away. That's a long time. We'll see youth coming through in 2028 who'll play in the 2032 team. So I would have no idea. Who plays in that team. Because most of this team will be retired, obviously. Maybe the likes of like Jojo Fafita. They'll be, 13 years. He'll be like nearly 30 by that time. My God, 10 years away before that World Cup. Can't even think about that. AFL18 is going to get back on that post after if we win and say more like leading try scorer for us ran through their defence. Well, England have a tough run through. I really do think Australia beat New Zealand next week, and I don't think that New Zealand have already gotten past Fiji. Fiji beat them in the last World Cup quarter-final in New Zealand, which was a big game for them. That was a big game for them. Tonga owns PNG. That is a stupid comment, Speed Sui. That is a really stupid comment. Really stupid comment, because if you actually watch that game, you're very well aware that there were some very controversial calls in that game. That makes no sense. Tonga owns PNG. That is the silliest comment ever. It just shows me you didn't watch the game, because if you watched the game, you would understand how controversial that game was, and the Papua New Guinea probably deserved to win that one. But in the same sense, troll your luck, bro. Troll your luck. What was I saying? So, I think that people are already underestimating Fiji, despite the fact that they've made 3 semi-finals of the World Cup in a row. This could be their 4th if they obviously got that done in the morning in about 5 hours' time. And it's not completely out of it. Apisa Korosau, Tangi Tumu has been fantastic. BKRmy Kickoff was obviously great. Sunya Turuva has been having a fantastic tournament, as we all expected him to have. And overall, that Fiji team is still quite solid. I don't think they have what it takes to take down New Zealand. I just realised I forgot to do a prediction for New Zealand versus Fiji. But I do have New Zealand win that game. I do. But in the same sense, Fiji are a really solid team as well. Fiji, when Papua New Guinea play Fiji, Papua New Guinea always seem to beat them. But when Fiji play elsewhere, I would say Fiji probably is the better team. But when they play each other, Papua New Guinea beats Fiji. Grant Marassi says, let's go Coolmores, let's prove ourselves. Flapper says, Pums and Kiwis both lose the flogs. Wowee. And JBed says, how are 60% of people backing PNG? Not out of the realms of possibility, but come on, it would be one of the greatest rugby league shocks of all time up there with the 08 final. 08 was pretty big, to be fair, but especially at Suncorp, like I said, I was there. But yes, I think that's more so the fact that we're going to have a large Papua New Guinean audience that will come through this stream tonight. There will be more Papua New Guineans than anyone else, and they're just supporting their team. It's not necessarily that there is more people who believe Papua New Guinea will win, it's just more people who are here that are supporting their own team. Jack says, didn't Fiji beat New Zealand last time they played the quarterfinals? Yes, it was in New Zealand as well. It was in New Zealand in the last one. I think they beat them 6-0 in the quarterfinals. William Seneca says, England, enough sulking, guys. Look forward to the game. England vs. Comoros. Exactly right. Exactly right. Look forward to it. It's going to be awesome. We've got 20 minutes to go here, guys. 20 minutes to go until kickoff. Obviously, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. And give me some score predictions in the chat. Speed Stewie says, PNG not winning. You just seem like a bit of a loser, to be honest with you, bro. Malcolm says, we're here to enjoy the game, so we're here to troll. As long as you enjoy yourself, so yeah, exactly right. Enjoy yourself and you control your like, but I can deal with you. Don't think that you trolling is going to be able to put me off my game. I have to deal with people like you every day. Full-time League says, yep, 2017, Fiji beat New Zealand. Yeah, they did. Yeah, and like I said, 3 semi-finals of the World Cup in a row. Yes, they've been beaten in all 3 of those. They've never made the final, but with that being said, they are a very, very quality team. I do think those teams back then, they had the likes of Pete, Kevin Aguama, Akili Iwate. They had probably better halves, but still their halves have always been a bit weak. ZS25 says England support isn't tolerated here. No, get around England. There's no problem supporting England in chat. There is obviously going to be a lot of people who are hoping you fail, but then again, that's what should motivate you. That's what should. This is why the English are quite arrogant though, because they know that most sporting nations aren't really big fans of them. But then again, when it comes to cricket Australia, it's not really liked too much, and you just think, well, eat a dick, because we've won pretty much everything, more than everyone else. So you're just like, whatever. But I get the English arrogance, but in the same sense, it's because their media builds them up. I tell you this all the time, their media is disgusting. I've always said it. Mahendra says, yes, I believe most Papua New Guineans are here. Shout out Papua New Guinea. So I just feel that Tonga were underrated. Underrated, that word makes no sense. Tonga are top 3, top 4 in regards to favouritism for this World Cup. How can you say Tonga is underrated? They struggled with Papua New Guinea. Liam Moore gave multiple controversial calls against Papua New Guinea that week 1. Tonga then went on to struggle against the Cook Islands, but still won that game. And then not Cook Islands, Wales. They struggled against Wales, but still went on to win that game. Cook Islands, they absolutely slaughtered, right? So I get it. They won, 94-4. Cool, fantastic result there, but you cannot pretend like the first 2 games didn't happen. Do I think Tonga wins tomorrow? I don't know. Watch my YouTube short with my prediction midday tomorrow. But overall, I think it's just a little bit ridiculous to think that Tonga are underrated. I think we're very well aware that Tonga are a threat for this competition. They are a very good team, and I definitely believe that Tonga can make the final. I seriously don't think anyone's beaten Australia. But the fact of the matter is that Tonga aren't underrated. Everyone knows exactly how good Tonga is. John Davis says, let's go PNG, please. Bat England. I'm sick of them sniffing their own farts so much. Wow, there's also that option. Full-time League says, yeah, mate, you're an Aussie. We believe you. Grant Marassi says, the England team the Comoros beat in 2019 is not the same. Comoros have to... wait, are you talking about in regards to your English media, Full-time League? You know exactly what I'm saying in regards to that. There's not because I'm an Aussie. That's because you would know exactly what your media does. Your media builds you up to fail. You wait for this World Cup, you'll have a chance to win. England media will tell you can win. England media will tell you you're going to win. That's exactly what happens every time. And then guess what? They don't win, and then the fans start to racially abuse their players. Hey, look, that's happened in multiple sports. Football, that's happened in cricket, that's happened in every single sport. You wait until rugby league happens. Watch if Dom Young doesn't do it. You watch if Dom Young doesn't score a try like that, lose Papua New Guinea. Guarantee he gets racially abused. That's what happens in England because the media builds you up. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. And that's why I will always say, and I will always stand by that point, that the media in England is what really ruins the country in regards to the reputation that it has. Because England has a very good reputation in regards to being quality in all sports. Don't have the overall accolades that Australia does on most sporting in regards to being well-rounded, but England are on a similar level, right? So the fact of the matter is that England have to be respected in every single sport. However, the media makes it disgusting because the media in England is the most putrid piece of shit that I've ever seen in any worldwide media. Absolutely 100%. The England team the Commonwealths beat in 2019 is not the same. Commonwealths have to play tough to beat the England team. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know the Commonwealths beat England in 2019. Well. Full-time league is definitely an English fan, speaks to me. Jack says, Sui's a muppet. Everything he's saying right now is incorrect. Full-time league says, Vicar, no, I'm not referring to you. I was talking about Sui. Oh, okay, fair enough, man. I wasn't even going to go at you just then. I was just saying, like, you know full well what I'm talking about. Samson says, PNG Couple's going to beat England. Oh, a big good one. It'll be big. Samson says, that's right. Grant Rusty says they are now a top team, the Tongans. Absolutely. Ever since Tamil Oliver for Fafita decided to make that switch. Absolutely. I can never feel confident New Zealand versus Australia. Well, for good reason. No one should ever feel confident against Australia. It doesn't matter if you're New Zealand or Australia. You should never feel confident against Australia. In cricket, it's quite even. Obviously, 2020 you beat us, but overall, like the accolades are a bit different. We've obviously New Zealand can't seem to ever win actually the trophy when it comes to cricket, but they might be able to do it this year. They might be. And then, obviously bigger brother, smaller brother kind of deal. So that 25 says that Sui bloke has to be 13 or less. He is Speed Sui. Speed is a YouTuber with a large kid fan base and he loves Ronaldo. I know who Speed is, yeah. Blah says it was Great Britain the Commonwealth beat. Same, but different, but still the same. Arguably better, but in the same sense. It would have just mainly been the English team. It would have. Grant Marassi says, only if the Samoans can do the same as the Tongans. Full-time league says, I'm hoping PNG wins. The ego these English players and their fans have is insane. I thought you were English, full-time league. I thought you were English. Well, forget me. Well, forget me, son. Well, forget me. 13 minutes to go here until the game starts. Get excited, guys. Get excited. Get excited. 13 minutes to go here and until the game starts. What's this? What's happening here? Oh, there you go. Beautiful. Beautiful. So Spencer says, yeah, but we and PNG set the standard for all the teams. Tonga set the standard. Tonga and Papua New Guinea set the standard. I would definitely say that Fiji has a standard that is ultimately the trendsetter for the islands. Fiji have progressed further than any of Tonga, Papua New Guinea, and Samoa combined. I don't know what you're talking about. Fiji definitely is the team that you would look at there. Like, they've made 3 semi-finals of the World Cup in a row. If they win today, there'll be 4 World Cup semi-finals in a row. They are not a team that you mess with. Tonga are a brand new. You're obviously quite young because Tonga are very new. Very, very new. Their biggest tournament was obviously the 2017 tournament where they got knocked out by England in the semi-finals. But that was their first real tournament. Tonga before that were never really good. But obviously really exploded onto the scene in 2017. Papua New Guinea have always been there, but they've never really been the foundation setter, I would say. It's always been Fiji. Fiji might have regressed a little bit this year, but if they beat New Zealand today, then I tell you, everyone will remember. Yes, PNG back in the day were the best island team, but that's a long time ago. That was like 40, 50 years ago now. James Paul says, I hope we somewhat see a close game. I know PNG can show up and give us that. Absolutely, James, yeah. No, PNG should be able to. I do see a world where England could win by 40, 50, but I do think PNG show up here. Lau for you, thank you very much for the $3.50 donations. So let's go PNG, baby. English media, male, chicken breath. Wowee. But yeah, let's go PNG, baby. Getting around it. Thank you very much, Lau, for you for the $3.50 donation. And while that's being said as well, guys, obviously you can see that I am currently growing a moustache. I'm a moustache man for Movember. Actually, right now, the English team are running out with Movember shirts on. If you do want to obviously donate to the Movember cause through my BKR Sport fundraiser, the pin comment over there, I would really appreciate if you could support it. $5, $10, $50, whatever whatever you can. Obviously, that's in the pen comment over there to donate to men's mental health awareness and also men's health. So, yeah, feel free to obviously jump onto that donation link in the pinned comment and get around it. I appreciate it. Kippaxross says PNG will upset England and New Zealand are way to win, but I see Fiji will upset 4 points more New Zealand. Samoa will definitely send Tonga home. Geez, you've got 3 upsets there. What I would suggest is you get money on that, because if all 3 of those upsets happen, you win big money. You win the big money. You win the big money. Z25 says, want to see Martin. Maybe this time he'll have some red to celebrate with the players. It is also raining, guys. This just does not suit Papua New Guinea. It doesn't suit the weather. It doesn't suit Papua New Guinea, that's for sure. Grant Morasi says, so amazing how Australia have maintained their dominance over the years. Oh, well, it's not. Yes, but in the same sense, because we have the NRL. You know, the pride. It's like if we did an American Football World Cup. You know, everyone has their own leagues that are very small time, but America has the NFL, so you're always going to see the NFL win. You're going to have Tom Brady, you're going to have Buddy Dewey, Stephon Diggs and Cooper Kupp. You're going to have running back Derrick Henry and bloody, who's another one in the running back? Jeez, like Christian McCaffrey. It's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. Aaron Donald on defense. Like, the point of the matter is that you're going to have this when the main league is here in Australia. David says, Samoa are the favourites against Tonga. Wrong. Xavier Brown says, is it hot in Papua New Guinea most of the time or wet? Well, they're near the border, so the equator, sorry. So, yeah, it's always hot. It's always hot. Blake Rice says, why doesn't the rain suit PNG? Rain doesn't suit PNG because, one, it's nearer to winter right now, and right now in Wigan, let me go get the weather. While I go get the weather, guys, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. We're 10 minutes away from kickoff. But this definitely suits England, this weather. Wigan. Let's go have a look at how cold it is in Wigan right now. It is 12 degrees, right? So Papua New Guinea, a cold day for them would be like 20 degrees. You know, they're a very hot nation on the equator. And also, it's not exactly wet weather. But in the same sense, I'm not saying they can't win. I'm just saying that it definitely suits England more so. Malcolm says, PNG humid, I'd imagine, absolutely. Joey Chad says, don't forget about the fan favourite Detroit Lions. You shut up, Joey. Don't start me on Detroit. Don't start me on Detroit. Hey, we've won a game this year. How good's that? Bahendra says, I think Sam Tompkins is a weak link. No offence to him, but his current form I don't think is not that great. Yeah, I would agree. I don't think he's been fantastic. But then again, we also saw what he did in the NRL with the Warriors, and that proved a lot. Full-time League says, so I used to work over in Papua New Guinea in one of the mines. Depends on what part you're in. The highlands are really cold, while most of the coasts are really hot. That makes sense. Grant Rice said, rain today in Port Moresby. Yeah, but that's not what I'm saying, is it? Like, that's not what I'm saying, no. Sub says, cold, depressing rain suits England. Absolutely. Jasper says, PNG 22-16. Wow, that's a big upset, man. That happens. I think if PNG were to win, it would have to be by like a 2-pointer. I don't necessarily believe that anyone can kick a field goal. I think that maybe you'd be looking at a penalty or a 2-pointer. If England win, it can be anywhere from, you know, 4 to 50. Anywhere from 4 to 50, but if PNG win, it'll be like 2 to 6. Speed Series has been watching Islander teams and they fold in later minutes like there is no leader to lead them. Yeah, I would agree with that. They've always struggled in regards to their spine. That's the problem with Islander teams. They always have good forwards and decent backs, usually good backs, but in regards to the spine is usually their biggest worries. Z25 is, of course, rain suits England. Anything Dale does. Bang, go. Tyson Kemp says, do you follow an NBA team? I do, the Chicago Bulls. When I went to Chicago, you should know that, Tyson. I used to stream the Chicago Bulls, but in the same sense, I haven't done this year on BKRmy Sport USA, but I just need to. There's a lot of things going on in my life right now. I can't really do it. I don't have the time at the moment. Malcolm says, so we still on about island nations? Yeah, it's interesting, Malcolm. It's interesting, but, you know, we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it. But what are you guys doing, by the way? Are you guys planning to sleep after this for like 2 hours before the Kiwis versus Fiji game? Or are you planning to try and stay up? Because there's about a 2-hour gap between this game and the New Zealand versus Fiji game. I really don't know kind of what to do. I'm considering, like, I've got my coffee here and I'm slapping down the coffee right now, but I am considering whether I go to sleep for 2 hours or I decide to just stay up and wait for the 5 a.m. start. Pahendre says, we'll see, City game starts at 1, so that won't matter. Like that, yeah, the City game will start at 1 in 35 minutes time, so there's a difference. That game will start halfway through this game, not even halfway. Pahendre says, woo, I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling very nervous about this game. Woo, let's go. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I'm staying up until the New Zealand game. There is also a women's game between the games. I'm not going to stream the women's game, but there should be, I might watch it just on the side, just to chill out. Hurtley Huma says, let Kumals fly high in foreign land. Mate, this would be one of the biggest upsets in rugby league history, I would say. I would say this is the biggest upset in rugby league history. Papua New Guinea beating England today. It would be. Xavier Brown says, if I was going to stay up, you don't want to sleep through the alarm. Yeah, exactly right. I've done that before. I did that last week, New Zealand, Ireland. But I really truly believe the alarm didn't go off. I truly believe it. McKenna says, Ireland plays South Africa in rugby, so watch that till the Fiji game starts. Yeah, good choice. Yeah, it's a good choice, actually. Full-time league says, nope, staying up after the PNG West England game. I'd have too much beer by then. Well, mate, you can never have too much beer. I can't drink any beer until Boxing Day or 27th because my fitness plan right now. So, yeah, it's quite full on, but it's great too. Grant Marcy says, Commonwealth, let's go. Sasha Kelly says, we've got to get at 4 a.m. to see Leicester potentially lose to Everton, which will be a miserable time and ruin my day. I've gone with Ward as my goalkeeper in fantasy, so I hope that you don't. I hope that you draw 0-0 or Ward gets a goal. How about that? A goalkeeper getting a goal. Jared Ford says, in Tompkins' defence, he scored more tries than Reece Walsh last year. Okay, but in Tompkins... Oh, wait, you're saying Tompkins scored more tries for the Warriors when he was there than Reece Walsh for the Warriors last year? Is that what you're saying? With that being said, Reece Walsh is definitely better than Sam Tompkins. But with that, also, you know, in the NRL anyway, but also I get what you're saying, if that's the truth. So 25 says, then a bit of Everton versus Leicester after City, even though I might sleep watching that shit show. As long as I would like Haaland or Foden or both of them to come from bench, or maybe just one of them not to. I don't know. It's really frustrating with fantasy. Most people have Foden and Haaland anyway. So 25, that's right. But here we go, guys. So, is this Kate, who's out here right now shaking the hands of the Papua New Guineans? Oh, it is. Is this Kate? I'm not too sure. Let me just turn this on here. Ranjo, 473 says, Papua New Guinea will come home smoothly. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Behendro says, Dom Young looks nervous, worried. Well, hopefully he turns it on. Hopefully he turns it on. I want a good game from both these teams, man. I don't want England to get slapped. I want England to get slapped, but in the same sense, I just want a close game. Close game. If England don't score more than 40 plus, Australia will win World Cup. Australia win the World Cup regardless. England can win this game by 450 million points, and Australia still win the World Cup. They still win the World Cup. Alright, so they're just shaking hands right now. About 5 minutes away here from quarter-final number 2. Whoever wins this game will take on the winner of tomorrow night's game between Tonga and Toa Samoa. Toa Samoa. Justin Olam right now shaking hands. How long is this meant to go for? And Malcolm says, we got beaten by Man United, can't keep losing. No, you can. Jack says, I don't really care who wins, but I don't want it to be a blowout. Also, the ref better be fair. It's Liam Moore. Ref's not fair. It is apparently Liam Moore, the guy who screwed Papua New Guinea in 2 games so far. One against Tonga and the second one against the Cook Islands. So even though they won the game against Cook Islands, he gave them a try that should not have been a try. So be very careful about the believing in this muppet of a referee. Grant Marassi says, imagine PNG shocking the big Englishmen with big hits. I'm telling you right now, England have not played a physical team like Papua New Guinea just yet. They have not played a physical team like Papua New Guinea just yet. So it's not a guarantee that they're able to physically outmuscle them, which is what England are going to need to realistically do. Because the back line is still quite good there for Papua New Guinea. I'm telling you, Roger Ty and Jimmy Gunter are good wingers, and Nana McDonald plus Justin Olam are good centres, and Alex Johnson is a really safe fullback. I don't think it's going to be easy as you think. It is raining right now, and I tell you that does suit England. But with that being said, PNG did come through over Wales 36-0, but Wales obviously aren't great, that's for sure. Graham Russell, they would be collecting their rings after the game. Pedro says, who is the lady shaking hands? I think that's Kate, isn't it? I think that's Kate. Is it Kate Middleton? I don't know. Is it Kate, as in William's wife? Pedro says, who? I think that's right. Jasper says, Arsenal to lose and City to go into first in the World Cup, period. Good stuff. Malcolm says, Daz, mate, if England wins, PNG is robbed. No, what he's saying is Liam Moore is going to... rob Papua New Guinea because he's done it twice now. It is effectively what he's saying. McKenzie says, told you Liam Moore. Well, I'm going off your thought process. I haven't seen him yet. But I'm going off based off what you said. Potendo says Liam is the ref. This is a good one. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. King Charles. Well, no. Well, no. Kate's not the wife of King Charles. Yeah, it's Princess of Wales, Kate Middleton. I was right. There you go. See. King Charles. You think King Charles is pulling Kate Middleton? Dear me, what a man. What a man. Probably could, to be fair. McKenna says he's out there. Kate Miller just shook his hand. Well, there you go. Malcolm, if England wins, we're all robbed of happiness. Now, that's what I'm talking about. Now we're talking. Liam Moore's a muppet like that speed silly guy. Are you trying to use two accounts right now? I think you're using two accounts right now. I think he's calling himself a muppet, but he used the wrong account. Jack says, I think England win barely 1 of 10 only because of the home advantage. If this was playing in PNG or around that area, PNG get away with it. That's exactly what I said. But like I said, I do YouTube shorts now with predictions and also post-match reviews, and I said England by 10 in that prediction. But I do think Papua New Guinea can surprise, man, and it would be the biggest shock in in rugby league history, in my personal opinion. Damn, King Charles not doing too bad then, mate. King Charles, he's rocking and rolling, son. He's rocking and rolling. This is taking a long time to shake all the hands. Could we not have started this 10 minutes ago so that it could be finished by now? How about that? That would have been a smart idea. How about that one for a thought process? Maybe we should have done these handshakes with Kate Middleton 10 minutes ago so it would have been finished with 5 minutes ago, because we still have the national anthems to sing here. Jays, it's just the one. You're drunk, Mr. Streamer. Oh, I might be drunk. Grant Morassi said, I didn't think that I was trying to imply that His Majesty attended the game. Is he there, is he? Zay Brown says, wouldn't Tonga beating Oz in 2019 be bigger? No, because that was an international friendly. It wasn't a Rugby League World Cup match. And also, that was a match that didn't mean anything. It meant something to Tonga in regards to their emotional standing point, but I wouldn't say that game. That's why everyone says to me, oh, how did you feel when Tonga beat Australia in 2019? It was great for the game, but it meant nothing. It just meant something to Tonga as a country, because it just showed that they were coming. But with that being said, it was a meaningless game. Sachin Kelton says Kate loves a chat after the handshake. Yeah, I know, exactly right. You just love a chat with buddy Charles. You get off the field. Serge 25 says they haven't started because England are currently paying off more. Fair enough. Big Papa says Bob Blaze just come from watching both Italy and Samoa and Scotland vs Fiji in Union. Samoa getting pumped 42-7. 42-7 to Italy? 42-7? Geez, Samoa falling off, eh? Fiji score won't spoil for you. No, spoil for me. Please let me know. I think it was 14-12 someone let me know last time. Desmond says, does Kate want a cup of tea while she has a conversation with players? I think she wants to have a nice little sit down, yeah. I think she wants to have a nice little sit down. So they're finally finished doing the handshakes that took about half an hour. Now we've got about half an hour of the national anthems, and then we'll be good to go. McCann says, now PNG beating England would be more huge considering the comparison of players. That too, but also because it is a meaningful game. Yeah, I'd give Kate a yellow card, Tyson Kemp. Absolutely. I'd give Kate a yellow card. Time to go to the bin. She is time wasting, I agree. It's a professional foul. It is. It's a professional foul by Kate Middleton there. She's distracting the players while England are talking to Liam Moore about giving them a nice little rub and tug after the game. Tyson Kemp, that's right. Anna Tahi said this is going to be fire. It is going to be fire. By the way, guys, if you are new here and you want to get involved in the chat, it is free. Obviously, just hit that big subscribe button, refresh the stream, and then you can get involved in the chat and tell Tasmania is up. But we all do it. Scotland winning 21-12 with 63 minutes. That's still a good result there for Fiji. Not too far away. Hendry says the meet and greet should be after the game. No, I disagree. I just think it should have been a little bit earlier. So, Papua New Guinea national anthem is being sung right now. Southern Colours forget the yellow card, send her off. Straight red for her nonsense. We already did. She's gone, mate. She's gone. Grant Morassi says, guys, my neighbours are gathering around outside my gate shouting to come and watch. Pure passion here. Good stuff, man. We know how much it means to Papua New Guinea. The whole country will be watching this game right now. The entire country of Papua New Guinea would be watching this game right now. It is such a huge occasion. Quarterfinal against the host of the tournament. This is what I'm saying. This whole country is watching these players, and these players know it. They've got a lot of expectation to fight hard and not give up and not give in. And England are going to be a really tough test here, a really, really tough test. But I'm telling you, it'll be such an insane moment. Like, I am terrified for the people of Papua New Guinea if you win, because it'll be riots through the streets of happiness. It'll be right. This is just a quarterfinal. Imagine they win the final, but they'll be right through the streets of happiness if they do win this one. Port Moresby might not be a safe area to go because people will be going crazy, son. Crazy. PNG pull out a win, Malcolm says. Hey, how good would that be? Pahendra says pure passion's correct. People says let's go to Gummels. Get on to Commels. Alright, so now the national anthem of England. Good to see a sold out crowd here too. And Mr. Pom sing your song. Well, don't know who you're talking to, because it's not me, son. It's not me. Z25 I've worked out why his last name's Moore. He gets more money when England play. That's a thinker right there. That's a thinker. Might itch, and then also get back to doing this, and then itch again, and then also get back to doing this, because that's a thinker. He does get more money when England play. Yeah, Dom Young does look like he's holding a lot of expectations on him. He does look a little bit nervous here. Yeah, Victor Radley still doesn't know the national anthem, eh? Like, Victor Radley still does not know the national anthem of England. No, Jasper, no, he doesn't. No, Radley does not know the national anthem yet. You can clearly see he's just doing this and going... Like, truly, he doesn't know the national anthem. You know why? Because he's Australian. That's why. Alrighty, guys, there we go. The game is about to get kicked off here. Justin Sutherland says, Victor the Inflictor, Muppet of the match. Not man of the match, Justin's saying, even though he's a Roosters fan, and he might be saying man of the match, but actually it's Muppet of the match. It makes sense, considering he's an Australian playing for England, but here we go, guys. I'm excited now. He's just a pure Australian. Bradley's just mumbling out words. He's just mumbling out words. Not even words to the national anthem. He's just mumbling. Young will be a Storm player soon. Oh my God, what's with Storm fans? What's all these Storm fans thinking they've got Dom Young? Like, this has been going on for so long. Like, it's like Storm fans think that they're hard done by and they deserve to have a winger like Dom Young. Oh, is she, man? Is she? James Paul says the English might get nervous playing in front of royalty. Has Dom Young even had too much to do with England in his life? Damo says Radley acting like he knows the words. Wait, what's going on here? Why are they still standing in the middle field? A minute silence for what? Oh no, it's not a minute silence. It's a loud noise for a minute. Oh, for Movember. Yeah, well, guys, this is great to see because obviously I'm currently doing Movember. As you can see, the moustache, the nice little moustache I'm going here. Right now they're doing a clap and noise for Movember. That is men's mental health and mental health awareness and men's health awareness for testicular cancer. And the like, so if you do, feel free to donate $5, $10, $20, $50, whatever you can afford. Please feel free in the pinned comment in the chat for Movember. It's a huge month. We'll be doing it for the entirety of the month, and it'd be great to see how much we can raise, obviously, for a fantastic charity. So definitely feel free to click on that link in the pinned comment and get around it. And that's what this minute of applause is right now in the field. Jack says Radley's just mumbling out words. Daphne says Radley acting like he knows the words. He don't know shit. Says 25, so he's meant to go Storm originally. He said in the podcast, that's why. He was Storm. Can eat a dick. George McPherson says, I don't think they will. Oh, here we go. Here come the English. Here comes the English arrogance. Here they come. Justin Summers says, Movember really popping off this year. Yeah, well, it's good, man. It's good. I feel like that men's mental health is starting to really become a real focal point in society. Obviously, you know, for many years it was you were told that as a man you can't cry. You know, you can't have emotions. You just have to, you know, stick to the process of, you know, men. Men aren't allowed to kind of be themselves and they have to be a certain way. But now, obviously, that's been changed and it's being adapted to support the society that we now live in. So that's why I'm a big believer in it. I'm always, you guys know me, I'm always an advocate for mental health. And that's why I didn't even know England were doing it. That's just obviously what they're doing as well. Dasmate says, I had to draw on my moustache since I'm 3, nearly 6. You did, yeah. You did. Big Papa says, 100% glad it's being promoted more than ever. Absolutely. Oh, Liam Moore. Oh, no, you're joking. Why is Liam Moore the referee? Why would they do that? Why would they give Liam Moore the refereeing for this game? I find that wild. They're allowing Liam Moore to be the referee of the game after that first game. After that first game and third game, I can't believe Liam Moore is the referee for a Papua New Guinea game. Alrighty, here we go, eh? The game's about to get started. Guys, like I said, smack that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're around here. We are ready to rock and roll here. They're about to kick off. Who is going to be kicking off to who, though? That's the question. The porn start is underway, mate. The porn start is underway. George McPherson says it's definitely going to be a tight game. Hopefully England will win. I just hope it's a good game, but this would be such a big moment for rugby league internationally if Papua New Guinea could surprise. I think England are kicking off to Papua New Guinea. Yeah, I think Papua New Guinea is starting off with the ball here. Jack McDonald says Australia's not playing today, Jack, unfortunately. Well, they did play today, but they already played. We already won, so it's all good. You don't have to go too crazy right now. Trey LK says England by 40. Can see a world where that happens. I don't think it happens. But I can see a world where it happens. I don't think it happens, though. I think that England by 10, but I do not think it's crazy to think Papua New Guinea could surprise here. Uluru, the game is about to kick off right now. England are kicking off to Papua New Guinea in about maybe 20 seconds. James Paul says Dom Young was born in England and played in Super League for Huddersfield in 2019, signed with Newcastle in 2020 and moved over then. Oh, there you go. After Adventure says, I hope PNG get up. That'd be huge. Oh, it'd be so massive. It'd be just so massive. So massive for the game of rugby league and for their country as well, man. For their country. But here we go. The game's kicked off and Papua New Guinea started with the ball. And who is it going to be who grabs it now? Labour gives it off here to, is that Ola? Who is that? Nixon Park? I can't even see. It's a good start there for England, though. They're taken back to about 15 metres out. Geez, I tell you what, you'd be nervous, though, if you're a Papua New Guinea fan. Justin Sunderland for 15 months. Look at him, he's flying, the Sundermeister. He's flying, son. He's flying. But Papua New Guinea here, that's a strong run of 25. Not making a great deal of metres though. Third tackle. This is the first set, but they're not making a fantastic amount of metres. England really need to shut down these forwards early. What's pissing me off though is that obviously this is Wigan, right? Who are a football team, and the lines on the field are still very football. They're still, like the goal square and everything is still there. Jasper says, PNG loses the ref's fault with Liam as ref? Absolutely. So fifth tackle now, they're going to wipe this ball away. Space is PNG going to get humbled. Bro, your opinions are shockingly shit, eh? Like, your opinions are shithouse. Like, what do you mean PNG going to get humbled? Like, what does that even mean? Like, PNG aren't arrogant at all. Like, you just sound like a bit of a dickhead to me, mate, to be completely honest with you. Like, you just seemed like you want to shit on Papua New Guinea. What's your problem with Papua New Guinea? It makes no sense. Actually, time out. You're a dickhead. Dasmate says Reece Martin, Dogs legend. Time out. You're a dickhead, mate. Dasmate says Reece Martin, Dogs legend. Yeah, Reece Martin's a good player, man. He has had a pretty decent World Cup too, especially with the boot, besides missing that one kick. Jack's just got timed out. I don't know what Jack says. I was talking about Speed Stewie. Justin says, I can't believe Liam rev 3/4 games, PNG games. Justin Thunder says, you can tell they really tried to get rid of the football lines. Yeah, they tried, but not great. Fifth tackle now. And it will be England left-hand side here. How bad are these lines, eh? And good take there. Oh, he's lost the ball. Is that going... Are they going to call that backwards? Oh, England close there. England close. I'll be taking that to 5. Yeah, Jax, he just got timed out by the old Dave, mate. That's why we call him Dave and not Daz, is because he's a bit of a muppet. He unfortunately just timed you out. Yeah, PNG is the definition of play hard, be humble. I think that a lot of the fans can also be arrogant at times, but in the same sense, that's not what I know Papua New Guinea to be. I wouldn't say the Papua New Guineans are arrogant or are going to get humbled, because I do believe they believe in a fair game, and that's the difference between the likes of a big country like an England and a smaller country like Papua New Guinea. But they're really struggling for metres right now, Papua New Guinea. They really are. Third tackle, 15 metres out. They're really struggling for metres. Brian Marcus is Papua New Guinea getting around it. Speak to a pump and talk about humble after that. No, that's exactly right. So PNG, fourth tackle now. They'll be to about the 25 or so. Still not making very good metres here. Still not making very good metres at the moment. And they'll go right-hand side now. Jacob Alec had a bit of an underwhelming tournament for me. I know I'm a Titans fan. I would love to see Jacob Alec do well, but he's had a bit of an underwhelming tournament for mine. And it's going to be Lachlan Lamb who kicks this ball away down to England at the 25. I'm going to refresh this. I'm going to refresh my stream of the game right now, because for some reason it's going super duper slow. Anatay says, no offence, but England are legends. I don't understand why that would be offence taken. I don't know who would be taking offence to no offence, but England's are legends, but, you know. To each their own. Jamie Simmons says, hey bro, hello Jamie, how you doing? So I'm just refreshing the stream right now. England do have the ball. But yeah, I would never have said that Papua New Guinea are a team that needs to be humbled. It'd just be such a silly statement to make from a team that are a nation that have always given their all and are always very passionate. Very passionate. James Simmons have good. Charlie Thompson says England look far more physical. They do at the moment, but in the same sense, like, relax. It's only 5 minutes in. You know, this is obviously a time where teams come out full blast and they don't necessarily translate. And throughout this tournament so far, England obviously have been pretty poor in the first 20 minutes. So it's good to see them really giving it a strong go in this first 20 minutes here. But let's see if they can maintain it, which you would assume they can. But to maybe Papua New Guinea grind them down, if they can withhold them and not concede a try early, it might be quite good there for Papua New Guinea that England threw a lot at them early, but still weren't able to score. I don't know. It's just something that you've got to consider. It's well and truly too early to be thinking that, England too physical, so that means they've already won the game. Well and truly too early here. Still waiting for this stream to refresh. Jeez, this is going slow. This is going slow. Very, very, very slow. But it was terrifying that England nearly scored in that first set. Like, that was pretty poor. So it's going to be a scrum here to England 10 metres out. I don't know what happened, but England have a scrum 10 metres out here from the line. Don't know what happened, but England are going to have a scrum feed here 10 metres out from the line. I think Justin Olam might knock the ball on. They're showing Justin Olam at the moment. Yikes, this is not a good sign here for Papua New Guinea. The English, if they can defend this nicely, Papua New Guinea's defence is quite solid, man. If they can defend this, it'll be huge plays for them. Huge plays. England now, left-hand side. Happy Farnworth stepping around here. Happy Farnworth still going. Oh, so close, so close. 1 metre out of the line. 1 metre out of the line. Probably should have been 6 again there for England. Right hand side, they go through the forwards. Papua New Guinea, nice work. Oh, is that a try? Is that a try? Did you get that? It is a try. It's going to be a try there for England underneath the post, basically. So it will be 4-0 here with a kick to come from right in front. Yeah, just too good there by Tommy Burgess. And it'll be try time for the English. So 4-0 here with a kick to come. Pretty weak defence there from Papua New Guinea. Nothing special there from England, but they just ran the ball hard through Burgess, and he just puts the ball over the line. So yeah, 4-0 here. It's about to be 6-0. That was pretty weak there from Papua New Guinea. They need to see a lot more physicality than that, man. If they want to have any chance in this game, they have to win the physicality battle, and right now, they're just not. Yeah, the kick was... I think Olan probably should have left that kick that was going through. I think Olan probably should have left that kick. He had the play at the back, but obviously... decided against it, and that's where the knock-on came, and then gave him a fresh set of 6, and that's exactly what happened with England. They scored the try. Alright, so I can't see the chat right now. The chat's not coming up for me. That's because my stream is going. My computer is not really doing too well right now, so let me just try and fix this and get this working. But England will make this 6-0. England will make this 6-0 any moment now. Let's get this back up here. Bang. Let's get it up there. Bang. Alright, yeah. Jack McDonald says the England team is at least as good as Australia. Disagree. Fire up the effort areas are fantastic. Like, settle down in regards to Australia. Like, England have been decent so far, but in the same sense, let's settle down in regards to saying they're as good as Australia right now. There's a long way to go. Long way to go in this game, let alone. This is what I mean by English. Like, they already imagine like they're already as good as Australia. It's like, Australia have a proven record. England don't have a proven record. So, there's a reason why England were $1.05 favourites here. I still think Papua New Guinea have a chance to come back in this game. It's only 6-0 after 6 minutes, but this is the point. Like, we've got to settle down in regards to the comparisons with the team that's won 8 of the last 9 World Cups and is clearly the best team in the world. But, you know, this is England. This is what happens. Papua New Guinea just need to wake up a little bit from that first one play. England did start with physical aggression. They did. Yeah, they did. Sas Wow says BKRmy got salty when Tonga beat them. That's because it was very controversial. It was very controversial. So it was, they are allowed to be salty after that game because it was a very controversial game. But in the same sense, right now, Papua New Guinea aren't doing well enough in the first 70 minutes or so. Yeah, Speed Stewie, you're back for now, but I wouldn't be surprised if you get timed out or hidden soon because you're just a bit of a moron, to be honest with you. So it's going to be England now who get this ball to the halfway point, third tackle. They're just not up for this right now, Papua New Guinea. This is not the same team we saw in the first 3 games. It just isn't looking like the team that we saw in those first 3 games. Right-hand side now, and England stepping around. We're taking out the 40, John Bateman, 4 tackle. Hi, Speedy. No, I'm over you. Joseph Totoro says, he's basically saying something about England in a bad way, I reckon. Alright, England now set restart. See what I'm saying? I see what I'm saying? Just poor here from Papua New Guinea. Poor here from Papua New Guinea. Alright, so it's going to be first tackle out for England, 15 metres out. Look at, they're going to kick it through, and it's going to be a try time there. How bad is this from Papua New Guinea? Dearie me. This is a great start here for England, but this is a really poor start here from Papua New Guinea. They look terrible in this first 8 minutes. Yeah, Jack. PNG looking like a completely different team in a bad way. If England keep this up, they'll win 50-0. If England keep this up, they'll win 80-0. This is just poor in Papua New Guinea. They don't look like they're up for this at all. They don't look like they're up for this game at all. At all. A long way to go in the game, but holy shit. This is why I said, though, you know, if they go down 6-12-0 early, they really need to keep their heads high and keep it up because surely right now, look at this defense. It's really poor. Really, really poor here from Papua New Guinea. So it is 10-0 here with a kick to come. Not an easy kick from the left-hand side, but just look at that wing defence. No one's out there. Japan also kept out in his plays. Okay, Jack. Okay. Don't worry, bro. Don't worry. You better hope you win this World Cup, Jack, because you know that you're in for a blasting, son. Yeah, because you are the definition of a cocky Englishman. You are the definition of a cocky Englishman. For a Titans fan, I never would have thought this of you. But you are the definition of an arrogant, cocky Englishman who thinks that everything's already been won before anything's even happened. Like, you're comparing to Australia when you've never won a World Cup, right? You're up 10-0 right now against Papua New Guinea. That's cool, but the fact that you're comparing is just utterly ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. Utterly, utterly ridiculous. But you do you, bro. You can talk you talk, but you better hope you win this World Cup because, Jack, I'm telling you right now, I will absolutely slaughter you if you don't even make the final, let alone if you don't win the final. You're doing this to yourself, brother. You're doing this to yourself. I don't think that England are a bad team. I think England are a good team, but it's just very cocky arrogance. This is why people don't like the English fans, because you have this about you. You English fans have this about you where you already believe that you've won a game, and you're 10 minutes into the game then. You've already think you've won the World Cup, and you're 10 minutes into the quarterfinal. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. This is why people don't like English fans. Big Copper says, yeah, not looking good for PNG. But like I said, I'll slap you. Don't worry. Your time will come. Yeah, not looking good for PNG right now. They look shell-shocked. No sense of urgency in defence. Absolutely. Second Council says, calm down, Jack. It's only 9 minutes in. It's crazy. Like, it's crazy. Crazy. Carl Leonard says, does anyone know the starting odds of this game? It was $1.05 for England and $10 for Papua New Guinea. Alright, so it's going to be England now with the ball, and they're going to be 15, 20 metres out on the line. Yeah, Papua New Guinea are just not up for this defensively whatsoever right now. So 10 minutes gone here, guys. Obviously hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new around here. Jack Lewis says, good performance so far, and I fancy England massively to beat Papua New Guinea. You are English, of course that was going to be the case, but in the same sense they were heavy favourites. However, the Kangaroos win the comp in second year. I would agree. But obviously people like Jack obviously want to make out like they've already won the World Cup, and it's not even out of the quarterfinals yet. So forward tackle now for England, 35 metres out. I also want to remind you that England led 22-0 over Tonga with about 5 minutes to go in that quarterfinal or semi-final of 2017 before they were very lucky to win that game in the end. So I'm saying, a long way to go. Terrible kick there from England. Be Roderick Ty who gets taken probably over the sideline here. He will get taken over the sideline, yeah. Someone says he's coming home. I wait, wrong sport. Alright, so 11 minutes gone. And that was a really poor kick. They really need to go down quicker there. Just an experience there. Takes them over the sideline, and that was pretty poor there. So they're going to give another free set here to England. Daniel says England is winning physically, which is a really bad sign for the Couples. Yeah, they needed to win this game physically speaking. They needed to win this game physically speaking. No, we'll not be doing France, Australia. Tonight we'll be doing New Zealand versus Fiji at the same time. It doesn't even come home in the right sport. It's like with the Euro trophy. You're just like, well, it's never come home. They've never won the Euros. Can't wait till England get humbled by Australia. That's if they make it to the final. They should. They're the home team. And you can clearly tell that they're the home team from this right now. That's a good offload there. Sam Tompkins now closing forward pass, but Herbie Farmer gets his ball 3 metres out here from the line. 3 metres out from the line here. Second tackle now. Right hand side, 11 metres out, spreads this one, and that's going to be an easy tackle there, Papua New Guinea, 5 metres out of the line. If Papua New Guinea concede here, it's going to be really tough to see them coming back here against the home team. You can't be coming back from 14, 16-0 down. Watkins gets, nearly got away from the tackle. Good tackle there by Justin Olam. So Dom Young, forward tackle, passes the ball back to the 15. And is that John Bateman? Bateman there, shaping for a kick. That was weird. That was really weird from Johnny Bateman. Fifth tackle now, 10 metres out from the line. Why would John Bateman shape for a kick there? Surely no one believed that he was going to take that kick. Close with 6 again there. Probably should have been a 6 again, actually. Probably should have been a 6 again there for England. Kicks it through, and it's going to be another dropout. Papua New Guinea just can't seem to get any kind of foundation in this game. They just don't have any foundation to lay themselves on. No platform at the moment. They're just under the pump and under the pressure, and twice now, one the knock on from Justin Olam, and the second one was when Roderick Ty got taken on the sideline. Oh wow, Jack, holy shit. Until this point, I've not seen this technically perfect football from the other big 3 teams so far. Oh my god. Wow, okay, all good. England are favourites. We'll go like that. England are the favourites, brother. Don't worry. So, first tackle here, England favourites the World Cup. No worries, brother. So, right-hand side now, it's going to be second tackle. What a brain-dead comment. That is wild. Second tackle here, 10 metres out here from the line. Jeez, that's a bad pass there from England, but it'll be England to get the ball here around the 20. Good work for Herbie Farmer to grab that one. Technically perfect. Settle down, man. My God. So third, now be forward tackle here, 20 metres out from the line. Dad says there's bias, and then there's what Jack said. Oh, bro, how about the bias from the bloke? Yeah, I think this game, this game looks just. Papua New Guinea need to wake up here, bro. Papua New Guinea really need to wake up here. Kicks the ball across, and that's going to be knocked back here from England. England should have a try here. Callum Watkins, Dom Young. This game should be over for me. This game should be over for me. Like, this is... Like, Papua New Guinea are just not playing well at all. Tatum Kelton says, Jack, are you one of those palm commentators in this World Cup that amount of sucking off? Absolutely. Now, so I reckon the English forward pack is really underrated. They may be old, but they are experienced. Plus, they can rotate deep ball at home, so fresh forwards every game. Yeah. Well, they have a good forward pack, man. Even so, they didn't even have Luke Thompson this game. But Papua New Guinea are their own worst enemies too. Like, England have been good. Papua New Guinea have also been their own worst enemies as well, making that knock on from Olam, and then also getting taken on the sideline. But that's what happens in these wet conditions, you know. They were never... Well, it's not that they were never, but... you know, this is always going to suit England, and England are the home team, and they've got some great crowd support, and they've got a good team. So this is what it is. They currently get beat by their team. You can't blame the referees for this one. You can't say Papua New Guinea are getting robbed by the referees. What you can say, though, is that Papua New Guinea have not woken up in this game, and they're in a really, really poor position right now. They need to really quickly wake up from. No, Jack, it's all good. No. England are favourites. No. Don't give me this bullshit. Of course, Australia favourites. Bullshit. No. England are favourites because you're telling me that this is the only technically perfect team you've seen. So we'll go by your account. Don't backtrack. Don't backtrack, bro. Don't backtrack. We'll go by your account. England are favourites, and we'll see how they go. No. It's all good. You don't need to pretend like Australia are favourites. England have been technically perfect. You know, England are the favourites, Jack. Don't worry, man. So 16 minutes gone here. They're playing well right now. You're making me shit on them more than they need to be. If it wasn't for your arrogance, I wouldn't even be shitting on them right now. I'd be saying they're just playing simply the better team. They are the better team as we currently speak. But the arrogance you're showing is making me shit on them more than I need to. And Mackinson will slap. No, he misses it. Alright, so 14 points to nil. 14 points to nil, 16 minutes gone. No other teams have shown line speed. I know, crazy, eh? Crazy, eh? Adrench says, hey, I'll go support Blaze in November. Hit this link, don't I? Absolutely. There's the link. Get around it. It's only 14-0. Papua New Guinea, if they score next, they're only down by 8. But in the same sense, I just don't see them coming back from 14-0 down. It's just... Have they even had the ball yet? Have Papua New Guinea actually had the ball at any stage in this game right now? Have Papua New Guinea... Oh, they've had the ball twice. It was at the beginning of the game, and they did nothing. Yeah, 354 metres gained to 49. 354 metres gained to 49. That's wild there in favour of England. That is absolutely wild. So England now, it's going to be third tackle, 43 metres out of their own line. Mackinson kicking like Cleary. To be fair, he's actually probably kicking better than Cleary. I know he's missing, but in the same sense, he's probably kicking better than Cleary. Watkins now down the right side, gets the offload away. Good tackle there by, I think, Nixon Putt to prevent the breakaway. It should be 6 again. It should be a professional foul. That should be a professional foul, let's be completely honest with you. Left-hand side, Tommy Bird. Just take it down. 30 metres out. So we might, unless they make a mistake here, it should be Papua New Guinea for the first time they touch the ball in about 13 years. England are going to catch the ball, and it's going to be a try there because Papua New Guinea can't get the ball at the moment. Papua New Guinea cannot get the ball at the moment. So England get the ball there, and they will score a try. So there's 18 nearly with the hit to come. My God, can we not have a blower in one of these World Cup games? They beat the clock now. Oh, man. How disappointing is this from Papua New Guinea? How disappointing is this? Because this is looking like the score will get out of hand. Oh, bro. Crazy. Like, they can't even catch a ball right now. Firstly, the knock-on. Secondly, they're taking over the sideline. And thirdly, they can't catch a ball. Like, what are they doing? Jack Patel's arrogance isn't the place to show passion. This isn't. Brother, this is arrogance. You're basically telling me that you've already won the World Cup. And then you go back after I've told you that, come on, man, you've got to settle down. You're telling me that you've already basically won the World Cup. And then you backtrack and you say, oh, Australia's still favourites. That's bullshit. You told me before that England are the only team. Because you're disrespecting Australia, disrespecting everyone else by saying that you've already won in the quarterfinals, right? Australia have a perfect track record. And this is why it's like, if I wasn't Australia, if New Zealand were the team that had won 8 of the last 9 World Cups, I'd be like, Okay, New Zealand are definitely the favourites. You know, there's no... Right now, I still can't... Until someone beats them, I can't see New Zealand getting beaten. But the fact of the matter is that they're not. You know, they've won one World Cup about 14 years ago. There's a difference between confidence, a difference between passion, and a difference between arrogance. And the reason why we're saying you're arrogant is because you're telling us that you've already won this World Cup and you're not even out of the quarterfinals yet. The reason why I say that Australia, I can't see anyone beating them, is because they've got proven track record. They do have the best players in the world. If they don't win, that's a lull and that's a fail. They're either World Cup win or bust. There's a reason why they were $1.05, $1.10 to win the World Cup before the World Cup started, right? So to say that basically and allude to England being the favourites of Australia is just quite absurd. It's like, okay, I get that England could be definitely top 3, and I could arguably right now say that actually England are better than New Zealand based off what we've seen in this World Cup so far. The fact of the matter is that it is a very clear difference between what you're showing right now in regards to passion and in regards to arrogance. That's what I'm saying. Daniel says, I mean, the blowouts make sense. The game is so fast now that a team that is 25+% will dominate the other. The other top 8 teams in the NRL put massive scores in the bottom 8 teams since the 6 again rule. Yeah, you're right. It is the thing in the NRL as well. 20 minutes gone, you guys. 20 minutes gone. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new around here. Scotland 28-12 at Fiji at full time. I think Fiji did it right. This is unbelievable, Jack Lewis says. I think this is... It's like, I did say, I could see a world where they win by Fiji, but in the same sense, I thought Papua New Guinea would have a bit more for them. That's an obstruction. That's a foot. And it should be a try here. No, that's going to be taken. That's going to be a try here. There was an obstruction at the back, but in the same sense, they'll give it to him because it was the halfway point. Jackson, can't wait to see what excuse Jack is when England lose to Australia in the final. Not sure. They're not even in the final yet. Neither Australia. Australia's have to go through New Zealand. It's a tough game. And New Zealand's have to play Fiji, which is also a tough game. And also, says the final system is so weird in this World Cup. Why is there a chance Australia and Fiji play each other in the semi-final when they already played in group stage? And same with England, Samoa. Yeah, I agree. But I think it should have been A and D and B and C. I think you're right there. But no, in the same sense, that's always going to be the way. It's always going to be the way there. It's like the FIFA World Cup, effectively, but it's just let more teams there. The teams, Group A to Group D, Group A to, say, Group D or whatever it is in the FIFA World Cup. Oh, actually, no, it's just because of the lacking amount of teams. So in other World Cups, it's the exact same system, but it's just that there's a lot less teams that can be kind of utilised there, because there's double the amount, right? And they've even got more numbers for the 2026 World Cup. But yeah, so no matter what, Group A is going to play Group B, and then you're going to have a chance of Australia winning and Fiji winning. It just shows that group is the best. About 3 minutes forward. I think that was forward, Jacks, but in the same sense. Like, PNG just aren't good enough right now. Jack McDonald says, signing off, enjoy this domination. Wank. Just wank. But don't worry, Jack, your time will come, son. Don't worry, your time will come. Just hold this same energy if you don't win the final. Just hold the same energy. Don't worry, bro. I look forward to the same energy being shown. That's what I'll say. I cannot wait to see your same energy and your excuses in the final. If you make it, that is. I can't wait. Just know you've put a target on your head with your arrogance. Just know that. And that's not something a lot of people on the channel want. 26-0 here to England with 22 minutes to go here. 22 minutes gone for the first half, sorry. Can someone tell me who the winner of quarterfinal 2 and quarterfinal 4 will be, as that's the semi-final next week I'm watching live. All I know, quarterfinal 2 and 4, all I know is that England will probably be playing, well, it will either play Samoa or Tonga, and Australia will be playing either New Zealand or Fiji. Bottom still says Papua New Guinea must prevent a blowout. This is really disappointing, man. This is Herbie Farnworth going to break away again here. This is really disappointing here from Papua New Guinea. Really disappointing here. Forward tackle. Sam tells us Jack just waits till Australia shows who's daddy once more. Oh no, he's very confident for a man. When was the last time England beat Australia again in Rugby League? So Dom Young here. Honestly, Papua New Guinea have not touched the ball in so long. Like, Papua New Guinea have not touched the ball in so long. Gunnar Watkins will score a try here. Jack says, I feel bad PNG fans that were expecting a great game for their country. PNG is so disappointing. Oh, bro. Another blowout here. Just another blowout. Brunswick says, mate, it's only first half. Pipe down, big man. Yeah, it's first half, in the same sense, this game's over. 13-0 here to England with 23 minutes gone. 23 minutes gone here. Wow, this is bad from PNG. Oh, man, they have not touched the ball. They have not touched the ball in probably a good 14 minutes. Brendan Kipperland says the Kimmels are just overwhelmed because there's rules in the pitch. They're mentally not in the game yet. They'll come around. Well, bro, it's 30-0 right now. It's like, if they don't come around now and score a couple of tries before half time, I'm telling you, this game is well and truly over. And I think this game is well and truly over. Yeah, it's just not great, mate. This is not great. There's not many excuses we can use here for the old Papua New Guinea. England just dominating them, and like I said, the only way the Papua New Guinea make this close is if they win the physicality battle, and they have not done that at all. Rodrigo goal, Leeds 1 over Bournemouth 0. Alright, I don't have anyone from Leeds or Bournemouth, so it's all good. Bailey says England beat Oz and New Zealand. No worries, brother. Jackson's PNG have had 3 sets. I remember that when that was the same energy in 2017. And also 2014, and also 2008, and also 4 Nations, and also every year. England have never won a World Cup. Jack says PNG have had 3 sets compared to England's 11. Crazy, eh? But in the same sense, they did nothing with those sets to Papua New Guinea. Like Papua New Guinea also did nothing with those sets. Jasper says next week the Poms will choke. Don't worry. It's gonna be tough, man. Like Tonga and Samoa are gonna bash each other tomorrow. They're gonna bash each other tomorrow. I hope New Zealand Fiji is close, man. Like this is just. You know, I kept saying to you guys, at least the quarterfinals will be at least somewhat close. At least we'll probably get 3 out of 4 close games because we all knew Australia would beat Lebanon by a decent bit. But, you know, this is just looking disappointing. You'd hope Fiji, and this is why I said to the person before the stream started, the reason why I say Fiji is the foundation setter for the islands and the ones that you look at is because they've done it before. They're proven track record. It's a proven track record, man, of them doing well when it comes to the finals. Papua New Guinea have not got a proven track record in regards to this, and also Tonga have had 1 year where they've done it. So it's supposed to say Fiji are always the team to look at there, but I also think Fiji aren't what they used to be. Obviously, I am Fiji, you know. Jasmine says still 118 people watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Exactly right, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you are new around here. We'll be here for every game. We'll be here in a couple of hours' time as well for New Zealand versus Fiji at 5 AM AEST. Justice says that's right. George Miller says thanks for the info. James Paul says never expected this. Yeah, I don't think we expected Papua New Guinea to just give up like this. Like, they have not touched the ball in about 15 minutes. They have not touched the ball in about 15 minutes. George needs PNG to come back. 32 points in England is a bit hard, brother. Manu Gowder says that's the bloody same ref from the first game against Tonga. It is, but he hasn't done anything wrong so far. Yes, this is Liam Moore, who is a wanker, but he hasn't done anything wrong so far. And Papua New Guinea will get a 7-tackle set. Oh my god. Oh my god. He's just given a really good call to Papua New Guinea, actually. They're going to challenge this, but in the same sense, you could argue that the referee blowing the whistle before it even caught it is going to be the issue here. Because the whistle gets blown. So video referee usually calls when the whistle has been blown. I will throw this out there. If England get the call here, this is actually the incorrect call because the video ref goes usually based off of when the referee on field blows his whistle. Now the referee on the field is obviously a moron, right? Liam Moore, we know that. But he's just blowing the whistle before Alex Johnson's even caught it, thinking he'd already caught it. Which is just another mistake from Papua New Guinea, mind you. But Alex Johnson in goal. But like the thing is though is that he has blown the whistle. I don't know. Brendan Kipling saying I didn't say they'd win at least a good score. I don't know, bro. I really don't know, man. Nostrix, I wish England and New Zealand played in the semi-final. It would show who was Australia's best challenge compared to Australia, New Zealand, England, Tonga, Samoa, semi. It's going to be a try here for England. And again, Papua New Guinea, their own worst enemies. Banjo says it's going to be England's ball because of the Liam. Well, in the same sense, it would have been a try regardless. It would have been a try regardless. Daniel says, I mean, passion and talent are 2 different things. People kept comparing a conditioned and professional English team against a developing Kumals. I'm a Kumals fan myself, but I always thought England win. I always said England win, but in the same sense, I don't think anyone was thinking this much, but that's because Papua New Guinea have been just absolutely dreadful. They were finally about to get a 7-tackle set. An easy catch there for Alex Johnson. Easy catch. You can't tell me that wasn't an easy catch. He drops it, and it gives up a free try to England. Like, this is horrific. This is horrific. Look at this. Papua New Guinea, Alex Johnson goes back into the in-goal, and a really simple catch turns into a mistake, which then ends up being an English try. And, yeah, that's just poor. Like, that's just poor. Like, there's, again, like, what is that? Like, Alex Johnson has just had an easy 7-tackle set. The first time that Papua New Guinea would have touched the ball in about 15 minutes, and he knocks the ball on with an easy catch. Just outrageous. Outrageous. Kieran says England on pace to score 100 currently. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. James Paul says this is worse than Jamaica. Oh, bro. Exactly right. I'm just going to quickly go run and put my phone on charge here, guys. There's still 13 minutes to go here. There's still 13 minutes to go of the first half. I'll get back in a second. Give me 2 seconds. Oh, man. We just had a good game, man. Shit. Yeah, there's just too much pressure, man. Just too much pressure, man. Alright, let's go down here. Didn't Adokar had 3 in 18 minutes yesterday morning? He did. And he had 5 tries. I really do feel for Papua New Guinea fans here, man. I really do feel for Papua New Guinea fans here right now. Really, really disappointing performance by them. Papua New Guinea, I have not touched the ball since about the 12th minute. And Reece Martin will... Holy shit. Pete, are you right? Jack Lewis, Papua New Guinea haven't lost the plot. He just kicked the ball out the full. Papua New Guinea have lost the plot. They just kicked the ball out the full. Like, whilst England's been good, Papua New Guinea have also been just dreadful. Every time they've got the ability, Justin Olam knocks the ball on. Or they get the catch, they can take it over the sideline. Or they have an easy catching goal for a 7-tackle set, and Alex Johnson drops the ball. Or they kick the ball out in the full like that. This is humiliating. Like, this is a really humiliating performance right now. Pedro says nothing is going for PNG at the moment. Yeah, but it's... Like, how do you feel sorry for the players right now? Like, they're the ones making the mistakes and really making bad mistakes. Mistakes that no top team would ever make. I don't want to ever see Nana McDonald's head again being used to the World Cup. Yeah, I don't think Nana's been anything too great. I think that he's got experience and he should have been doing well, but yeah, he hasn't done too much this World Cup. So Michael says, let's remember that England scored 4 tries while Samoa had a player in the bin. I should have believed Samoa had turned their game around and beat Tonga by a mile. It's going to be a good game. Oh, that's going to be 6 again, is it? Is that going to be 6 again for England? No, just play on. Way too much pressure. Too much pressure, John. Too much pressure. 4 tackle. I think France are the favourites for that wheelchair rugby. I think that... Oh, up it goes here. Maybe PNG might catch the ball for once. Dom Young knocks it back and England will catch it. No, we knock on. Papua New Guinea get their first touch of the ball here. Papua New Guinea finally have the ball after about 16 minutes. 30 minutes gone here, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. But Papua New Guinea will finally touch the ball after about 16 minutes. PNG finally the ball count says. Yep. 694 total metres gained to 49 for Papua New Guinea. 19 play the balls in opposition, 20-0. Papua New Guineans, how many people do you reckon are still watching this game in Papua New Guinea right now? Do you reckon they're still tuned in? Alright, let's see if they can actually make meters, because they didn't make any meters in their first set. Jackson's France's wheelchair side would beat PNG 40+. That was ridiculous, that score this morning. If Papua New Guinea fans, if you think this is bad, you should have seen the France score against Wales this morning in the wheelchair rugby. They beat them 158-6 or 4 or whatever it was. Dennis says, have you watched some of the wheelchair rugby? I only watched the highlights of that France vs Wales game and I regret it. Watched it for the first time the other day and it's a great sport to watch. The French team is insane. It looks fun, but not that game. But anyway, says, there's no way it's only the first half. Oh boy. Oh boy. Papua New Guinea here. Left hand side, Alex Johnson. Johnson here to Olam. Olam is going to lose the ball forward. What did I tell you? I said this set they're going to knock the ball on. I literally said this set they're going to knock the ball on here. And I told... Oh, bro. They can't get through a set, Keno. I told you that they'd make a mistake. They've made mistakes in every single time. How do you tackle wheelchair rugby? So it's like tag, you know, where you grab the... like flag football, where you grab the flag off someone. There are tags. It's like... if he gets the ball backwards there, Johnson's away. The same sense. Like, wow. Les is an imposter, says best centre in the NRL. I just, well, Justin Olam usually is quite top three. He's not had a great tournament. His whole World Cup so far hasn't been fantastic, the old Justin Olam, to be honest with you. His whole World Cup has been quite underwhelming. Oh, it's a knock on there from England. Here we go. It's going to be Papua New Guinea's ball here, 45 metres out. Alright, this is the first time Papua New Guinea have touched the ball in the attacking half in the entire game. Let's see if they can actually complete this set without dropping the ball or getting taken over the sideline or kicking the ball out in the full. Is Coates injured? Coates was injured before the first game. So how's it going, fellas? Not great, mate. Another just a blowout game. Leslie's Imposter says, was excited to see him rip in, to be fair. Yeah, so was I. I was excited to see Xavier Coates, man, but he got injured in the warm-up to the first game against Tonga. Daniel says, yeah, some of the other games are more competitive, and even for the French game, some of their tries are really cool to watch. I think France are the favourites. I think Australia isn't even... Are they top three? I think England second, France first, and maybe Australia third. I don't know. Coates is a winger. Wingers don't make a big difference to a team, especially in regards to a game like this. Coates would make no difference in a game like this. Zero. Zero difference in a game like this. Alright, so Papua New Guinea here. Third tackle, they're going to be 20 metres out here from the line. At least score a try and make it somewhat respectable, you know what I'm saying? Labour, left-hand side, gives it off to... Oh, jeez, look at that. That was a huge hit. 9 metres out here. At least they got a challenge here, English, the defence. They've had many, they've had none. This is the first time they've had something, commentary. You know what you're talking about? Kicks it through, and it's going to be a try, Papua New Guinea. It's going to be a try. Oh, no, it's a good try to have a tackle, that. That's a good try to have a tackle, but it'll be fifth tackle here, 5 metres out from the line. Fifth tackle now, 3 metres out, and Labour gets around one, kicks it through. It's a good kick, it's a good kick. We drop out. It'll be a drop out. Noel Strix Bulldogs fans thought they met the 8 because of a car. There are a chance for the 8 next year. France invented wheelchair rugby and won the last 2 World Cups, if I remember correctly. Well, there you go. Carl Lance says, PNG having England exactly where they want them. England are now complacent, a massive comeback inbound. Good luck. Good luck with that one. Go and have a bet on it, because I guarantee they're about 251 to 1 right now. Maybe even 501 to 1. That was terrible, terrible, terrible rush out defence there from, I think, Sam Tompkins. No, number 9, McLaurin, I think it is. Is it McLaurin or McKeegan? I think McLaurin. Ed and Gabby could have made somewhat of a difference. I'm going to disagree with you. Alright, so first tackle now for Papua New Guinea. They're 35 metres out here from England's line. At least, Mackenzie Yeh is in the game now. Good little offload there after the huge contact. Second tackle. If the West Tigers were allowed to play in the World Cup, how would they go? I still think they would probably beat a few of those teams. I still think they would beat a few of the teams down the bottom area. But obviously they get pumped by the big teams. I don't even know how much they get pumped, but they get beaten decently by big teams though. Obviously they'd lose by 100 to Australia. Besides that, like, they'd lose probably by about 70 or so to England. 80. Oh, that should actually be a penalty there. Oh, that should be a penalty there. Yeah, penalty to Papua New Guinea. But I think they'd beat teams like, you know, Jamaica, Greece. Those kind of teams. Take the kick, Daniel says. Jackson, in a quarterfinal? No, thanks. In a quarterfinal? No, thank you. I did see Sonny Williams lose the hunt. I did. Jackson's Tigers would have been better than Papua New Guinea. Don't know about that. I've seen them lose plenty of games this year to bottom feeder clubs in the NRL, the old Tigers. So first tackle now, 3 metres out of the line. Ed, oh my, far out Papua New Guinea. Knock on the first tackle. Holy shit. Holy shit. Alvarez goal 1-0 City. Who was the assist? Apparently the 2023 season open will be Roosters, Dolphins and Manly taking the bye. Tough luck Manly. But also, that's a shit opener. That is a shit opener. Whoever thought that was a good idea is a moron. Like, it's just the same person who had the same idea of chucking the numbers with the Australian team. Like, that's a stupid opener. Like, who's going to care about Dolphins, Roosters? Roosters will pump them. Roosters will pump them. And it's a penalty here to England. No assist, so there you go. Pando said, I think it was the nerves of PNG in the first minutes. Well, they've still got the nerves 36.5 minutes in, mate. Don't forget, guys, we'll be showing the New Zealand versus Fiji game at 5 AM. Talk about 2023, when does the draw come out? It's meant to come out like this week. Oh, lost the ball, so Papua New Guinea will get the ball here about 45 minutes out. Kansas Broncos vs Dolphins. Shot if the Dolphins are in the opener. Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. Put it against the Queensland team, specifically Broncos. But obviously, if it doesn't work out, then cool. But I just don't understand why you would do Dolphins and Roosters. What a shit opener. Oh, we always lose round 1. I get that, but you take on the Dolphins, mate. That'd be embarrassing and humiliating if you lost the Dolphins round 1. Edwin Mbappe, he hasn't been able to do much just yet. He'll be taking up the 40. I think that's first tackle here. Or maybe second tackle, I'm not too sure. Right hand side, chance here, Papua New Guinea. No, it's actually fit tackle. It was good to one. Oh, there you go. There you go. Alright, fit tackle now. 30 minutes gone. 30 metres, sorry, on the play. And out to the back, 3 on 2. Gives off to Olam. Olam pass the ball. It's fit tackle. It's fit tackle. Holy shit, Olam's been poor in this game. Jack says they should do some rivalry as an opener, like Roosters Rabbits, something like that. It's a bit much to put as an opener. You're going to get a lot of views on the opener regardless, so you're not going to put a rivalry like that. You're not going to do a rivalry like that because you want to get good views to that. So the opening weekend, it's a bit silly to have like a big rivalry like that. The only reason I do Dolphins Broncos first game is because of the fact that it's the first game for the Dolphins ever. But with that being said, yeah, it'd be silly to put a Roosters Rabbits first weekend. You got to get views regardless. Put the second weekend if you have to. Broncos apparently have Penrith first and Penrith. Where's all this coming from? Daniel says, where do you think the Dolphins finish in the NRL? Bottom 4. Back to the top 8, bro. You drunk? 4th tackle now. Have you seen their spine? The Dolphins Storm would be humiliating for Redcliffe because Melbourne never lose round 1. That and the fact that the Dolphins are the Dolphins. Dolphins are still coming bottom 4. Yeah, England have gotten complacent here. Like, it's not like probably getting to win the game, but England have gotten complacent. They're starting to make a lot of errors. Dolphins be top 10. Yeah, just about the top 10 part. Still haven't bottom 4. Oh, good run there. Good. Oh, he could get the offload away. Couldn't get the offload away. That was like round 1 leagues. Who do the Titans play? If round 1 was leagues, who do we play? And are we at home? I know McKenna commentators are jarring. They're saying we, we're us. I'm aware. I've been saying this the whole World Cup. English commentary is just absolutely pitiful. That should be a penalty there to Papua New Guinea. That should have been a penalty to Papua New Guinea for a takeout. I'd challenge that if I'm Papua New Guinea. There was clearly a takeout there. Oh, that's an obstruction. Titans Dogs at home. At Seabus. I like that. Jack says, this game is becoming so boring we stop talking about it. We're all talking about it next year. Oh, bro, this game's shocking. There's 30 seconds to go the first half. It's 38-0 at half time. Like, what do you want? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you want? What do you want from me? What do you want from me right now? We've seen one close game of World Cup that meant anything. It was Tonga Papua New Guinea in week 1. Besides that, every other game has been shit house. And I was defending it a lot, but now it's just getting a bit ridiculous. Josh McFerrin says this looks like a match between England and the clock. Wank. Jack says you can just search up 2023 NRL round 1 leaks. They give all the games. Well, there you go. So it's going to be half time here, guys, and 38-0 here to England. They have been the better team. Also got complacent in the last 5 or 10 minutes or so. But overall, Papua New Guinea have been super depressing, man. Kicking the ball out in the full, knocking the ball on when they had an easy catch for a 7-tackle set, knocking the ball on Justin Olam when he should have left the ball for the fullback, getting taken over the sideline when, you know, it was first tackle. It was knocking the ball on first tackle. They've had a horror first half here in Papua New Guinea. They've thrown away their World Cup as it is. But yeah, half-time finish is up to 8-0. Obviously, hit that thumbs up button, guys. Subscribe if you're new here. And as I say, obviously, I'm doing Men's Mental Health Movember. So if you do want to support the cause, there is the pinned comment in the chat. Please, obviously, if you're going to donate, like as much as I would appreciate you donating to the channel, I also would prefer you to donate to the Movember cause. So that is the pinned comment in the chat. Sasha Girl says, thank God the pain stopped. Oh no, we still got 40 minutes to go, son. Don't you worry. We still got 40 minutes to go. Jack says, Cowboys vs Storm round 1. What a game that would be. Not really. I think Cowboys drop off next year. Jasper says Panthers first to get it over and done with is not bad. Oh, man. Like, it's just, I don't know who thought Roosters Dolphins is a play. Like, who decided that? Who decided that? Just, man. Daniel says, I know PNG have been lacklustre, but credit to the English, not many mistakes, despite the last 10 minutes. They've taken advantage of most of the Kummel's errors. They've practically suffocated the Kummels in the first half. From the 14th minute until the 30th minute, the Papua New Guinea team did not touch the ball once. From about the 14th minute until the 30th minute, Papua New Guinea didn't touch the ball once. It's just, it really is bad, man. And I feel for their fans because they would have all, their whole country be watching right now. They all would have been expecting big things. And I think the pressure's got to them. I think the pressure has got to Papua New Guinea. George McFerrin says, apart from the ref, who do you think has tested PNG the most? I don't think the referee's done anything wrong here. I don't think the referee, Liam Moore's done anything wrong in this game. He's a flog, but he hasn't done anything wrong in this game. Who has tested PNG the most? Themselves. Themselves is the answer there. Brendan Wilson says, if we play regularly for round one, it'll be at Suncorp. A loss is written all over the place. Bro, that's humiliating for your club if you lose that first game to the Dolphins. Whoever gives the Dolphins their first... I remember when the Wanderers were the first team to... when the Wanderers came into the competition for the first time and their first ever win was against the Raw, and we never heard the end of it. So, for at least a year or two. And if the Dolphins beat the Roosters, you won't hear the end of it for a year or two. The first team to lose the Dolphins will get absolutely slapped. Sam Gelson, somehow Princess Kate shaking hands and having a good old chat was the most entertaining thing about the first half. Oh man, it's just like, you just want something. You know what I'm saying? You just want something. Give us something. Give us something to enjoy, something to be focused on, not have to think about talking about the NRL for 2023. We've got plenty of time. We're going to preview the NRL. We're going to do plenty of videos, plenty of content, as you guys know. We're going to slap it, but we're currently talking about it in October or November of 2022. It's just disappointing, man. For real, Brandon Roosters always start to see it off slow. Jordan Furth says, I mean by an England player. I wish England players being the best. Probably Georgie Williams, maybe. John Davis says, pitiful play. Maybe even Tommy Burgess. John Davis says, pitiful play by the PNG. Nothing is sticky. And it's another reason why I said the weather is not going to be the friend of Papua New Guinea in this game for me. I think that it was always going to be a tough one here in regards to Papua New Guinea regarding the weather, because it is wet, it is cold, and it's just not exactly Papua New Guinea weather. But in the same sense, it's not really an excuse. It just Papua New Guinea just haven't been good enough. But yeah, I think Tom Burgess probably was the best player that half, or maybe Georgie Williams. But overall, it's just another game. It's just another blowout. You see Australia play, blowout. You see England play, blowout. I hope we don't see New Zealand play, blowout Fiji. And I think what'll happen if Tonga versus Samoa is a blowout, I think people will start to get really annoyed. I think it'll feel like a bit of a wasted tournament, because if there's a blowout in that game, that's the game that everyone's looking so much forward to. Should be a close game, should be down the wire, should be, one of the best games we've ever seen. But, geez, if that's a blowout too, I tell you what, it's going to really feel like a wasted tournament if Samoa and Tonga also blow it out. Trey says, too easy. Yeah, just wait until you actually play Australia and New Zealand, bud. And also Tonga, because Tonga in 2017 took it to the wire. You led 22-0 against Tonga in 2017 in the semi-final before obviously they came back and controversially lost that game. It was close. It was super close there, but obviously England did end up winning that one. And it was the right call. But then again, it still was controversial. But yeah, see, like that, it's just like English fans think they're already in. I think they're already in. Oh, Nottingham Forest already scored against Brentford. Who scored, though? Who scored? Wolves and Brighton. Oh, I had a Brighton defender too, my fantasy. Yikes. Well, then again, most people captained Haaland, so, and then realised that he wasn't going to be starting this week. I really hope he doesn't come on, because it will screw everyone. Actually, no, I hope he comes on for 1, and then they only get 2 points from it. Who scored? Morgan Gibbs-White. Alright, there you go. See, like, I'm looking at football right now, you know what I'm saying? Gibbs-White scores, Dennis assists. Yikes. Arcron says, what's your outlook on the Tonga vs Samoa match? My money's in Samoa, but with Jason back, anything can happen. So they are all red card, Man City. Ooh, who got the red card here? Red card, Man City. João Cancelo. Oh, that's going to screw so many people in fantasy. Oh, that is going to screw so... Wow. Wow. That's going to screw some people in fantasy. I don't have Cancelo, so I'm okay with that. But as long as we still win the game. Okay, that's alright though. That's alright. Are you going to Dolphins on Monday? What's on Monday? If you're talking about Sunday, as in for Liam, unfortunately can't make it. I can't make it. Philip Billing, Marcus Tavernier, and Rodrigo Moreno with a penalty. Jeez, Bournemouth have turned it on, eh? Bournemouth have really turned it around. And Wolves Brighton. Jeez, Cancelo out. That's crazy. But anyways, it could be worse. I had a Wanderers defense in my A-League fantasy. They proceeded to leak 3 goals tonight. Mate, Cancelo got a red card. That's worse. That's worse. Adam Lallana scored from Brighton. Big old Yikes. Big old Yikes there. Trossard with the assist. Trossard with the assist there. Fulham scored, did they? Oh, wow. Fulham did. Oh, was it a penalty, was it, against Consiello? It was Andres Pereira. Okay, it was a penalty and a red card. So I now, because I've got Pereira on my bench, so I would now want Haaland or Foden not to come on, but I reckon they both come on, to be fair. Wow, that's quite huge, actually. That's quite huge. I still think City win, but geez, that's poor. Nearly as poor as his game. Deary me. 1-1, but Pereira scoring the penalty means that I now want one of Haaland or Foden not to come on, but because it's a draw now, you probably assume at some point the change does get made. Oh man, frustrating. I wish I could watch it, obviously. But obviously I cannot. England have one foot in the semi-final. They've pretty much got both foot in the semi-final. I don't understand why they would say that. They've effectively got both foot. Possession, England 66%, Papua New Guinea 34%. Doesn't feel like that. Feels like a lot more to England. Completion rates, England 16 from 19, PNG 6 from 10. That's so bad. My name is Jeff says, I think it's going to be close, bro. Yeah, I'm sure that you've got wrong predictions before too. I did say England would win, and Papua New Guinea have been incredibly poor in this game. They've made a lot of mistakes. But yeah, obviously, another wank comment. Another wank comment who thinks they know everything. Trace, I think we could compete with Australia. I think you can compete with Australia, but I don't think you win. But I think you compete, absolutely. Like the World Cup final in 2017 was still only 6-0 Australia, but in the same sense, I still see Australia winning. But overall, England definitely compete, absolutely, especially with the fact it's in England. But it's just like those old wanker kind of I told you so kind of comments. Like I still tipped England, bud. Jack says PNG will make a massive comeback and win 39-38. Mate, that happens, and I'll fight in Papua New Guinea tomorrow and party with Papua New Guinea. J-Man says, yeah, I get you have a joke, mate, but it's like, we've been up early times for the last 3 weeks to a month now, and it's just the same old repetitive dribble. It's just the same old blowout, and then you see this where you think that potentially could be a close game, and it's just so disappointing because it's nothing to do with England, it's just the fact that it's just another blowout. I just wanted a close game. I kept saying, I tipped England by 10. I said that, it'd be close. I thought Papua New Guinea would give it a crack, but they haven't given it a crack here. They've knocked on, they've dropped easy sitters in goal. They've been taken on the sideline, they've kicked out the ball out in the fall, they've made mistakes on first tackle. They've been really bad. Really bad. Jabez says, under 50 metres gained, the first 30 minutes is embarrassing. Don't care how good England have been. Exactly right, Jabez. Exactly right. And that's why it's just like, it's just wank. And I think the Papua New Guinean fans deserve way better than what they've had to witness in today's game. That's for sure. But, as long as Papua New Guinea don't give up like 80, you know what I'm saying? Like, as long as they don't just bloody get slapped. Jack says, I hate blowout games so much. All everyone wants is a close game. There's a 70% chance that the next game will also be a blowout. I'd say 60% chance. Honestly, yeah, 70% might be right, actually. 70% might be right. But with that being said, like, Fiji did knock out New Zealand. Like, at least there's a proven track record that Fiji have had what it takes in finals. Adam Venture says, Tonga Samoa going to be the close game you're waiting for to happen. Will it, though? Like, we thought this would be a close game. It's not. Will the next game be close? We think it could be. If it's not, then shit. And then Tonga versus Samoa comes around, you're like, well, if that's not a close game, then you give up, really. You give up. Yeah, all we rely on is that Samoa Tonga is a great game. Exactly right. In my opinion, I shift England above New Zealand based on what I've seen. I agree. Just simply can't put them above Australia, though, because of the deep quality in that side. I still think Australia convincingly beat England at peak. I agree. I think that England definitely would go to second on the power rankings right now. But I would be... Oh boy, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'd put England second. Yeah, I nearly did it last week, but I decided against it because I just thought that New Zealand would find something. But unless New Zealand beat Fiji by a similar scoreline, 50, 60 points, then maybe things change and it stays the same. But overall, England have definitely been better than New Zealand in this World Cup so far. I had some Muppets on what's it called? on Instagram today saying, "Oh, Australia can't beat New Zealand." It's like, you've looked terrible in this World Cup so far. And then they go, "Oh, you're a Titans fan, shut up." It's like, you're a Warriors fan. What the shit are you talking about? It's not Warriors fans talking shit to another team as if like, "Oh, you're a Titans fan, stop talking. You've not won shit." Neither you. Jared Troy says, "I must admit, I do like seeing feedy bombs." No, mate. No. No, mate. No. No. There's no way you get to this part of the World Cup and think, "Oh, no, I'm enjoying these feedy bombs." No, bro. No. No. Jack said, "There's no way you're enjoying this game." You actually enjoying this game? If England hit 50? No, bro. Jack says, "New Zealand really need to prove themselves against Fiji. They've really been disappointing in this group stage." Absolutely. I can't believe someone enjoys this. You're enjoying this World Cup for all the feedy bombs? You've lost the plot. Yeah, Keenan says, "Jared's lost the plot." No way. So you're enjoying all these big scorelines. Like, the reason why it's enjoyable in the NRL, guys, and I've said this before, we don't want frequent feedy bombs. It's not fun. We don't want to see that, because the whole point of the feedy bomb spamming and gifts and whatnot is because it's a rarity. You know, it's on occasion. It's fun because it's like, oh, you get that little taste tester and they don't hit it, and you're just like, "Oh, I could have used it." And then, you know, it goes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks and there's still no feedy bomb, and you're just like, "Oh, we want to use it. And then it happens, and it's a big moment. It's fun because it actually happened. It means that a team really dominated. And this World Cup, let's go have a look at the scores. Let's go right now and have a look at the scores. Let's go Rugby League World Cup. Let's go see how many feed bumps there have been. There's no way someone's enjoying this right now. Only England fans are enjoying this. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to include this as a feed bump because England will score 12 more points. England will score 12 more points. Alright, let's go have a look at all the results and let's count how many times 50 has been hit at this World Cup. Let's count. Let's count. Australia favourites to win the Women's World Cup. Alright, let's go up here. Okay, so England against Samoa, 1. Not Australia, Fiji. Not Italy, Scotland. Not Ireland, Jamaica. Australia versus Scotland. Fiji versus Italy. New Zealand versus Jamaica. Samoa versus Greece. England versus Greece. Australia versus Italy. Lebanon versus Jamaica. Tonga versus Cook Islands. Samoa versus France, and England versus Papua New Guinea. It's going to be 11 feedy bombs this World Cup. 11. That's mad. That's mad. But guys, the second half is about to get started here. England are running back out onto the field, so let's go and obviously smack that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Oh no, sorry, it started. The second half is underway, and England obviously start off with the ball. But yeah, yes. Second half started. No, should these be the Magic and matchups? Okay, we'll get back to the Rugby League World Cup for now, mate. If something happens, then we'll go back to just talking about NRL. After this World Cup, I hope a high-quality NRL team attempts to lure Dom Young away from Newcastle, only because if he gets the quality of the ball service, look what he can do consistently. Absolutely. Dennis says the NRL had loads of fitness last year with the new 6-again rule. Yeah, but probably it was less than 10 for one. It was less than 10 probably, or around the 10 mark, and that was across a whole season. That was across 6 months, not across 3 weeks. Jackson, there's a chance that PNG don't touch the ball this half. No. I think Papua New Guinea will give it a bit more of a crack in the second half, and England won't be as dominant because they've already won the game. You know, Papua New Guinea don't come back in this game, but at least Johnson caught the ball just then. You know, that's a good start. Johnson caught the ball this time. Alright, so second tackle now for Papua New Guinea, and they'll get this ball to the 15. Sasha Kelson, for me, it doesn't feel right to use a feedy bomb gift this World Cup because it's fun to see club teams like the Smonkos get blown out, but I don't like seeing nations get smashed. Yeah, I agree. And like I said, I feel bad for Papua New Guinean fans. I really do. I really do. I feel bad for the old Papua New Guinean fans. Like right now, England have already taken off 3 of their guys. Oh, good offload there for Papua New Guinea. That's a good offload. Arsenal, any early predictions for the man of the match? Maybe Tom Burgess or Georgie Williams. Tommy Burgess or Georgie Williams for a potential early man of the match, in my personal opinion. I'm not looking at stats there, I'm just looking based off of what we're seeing, but stats might prove otherwise. There could be someone who's made like 1 billion tackles. Alright, Tompkins now gets that ball off, and they'll get this ball out to about the 25 now, England. There's only 31 matches in the whole tournament, and 10, nearly 11 have hit 50. There's 5 games left after this one, I know. And you, surely we don't see 50 hit in that Samoa tournament game. Surely not Australia, New Zealand / Fiji. Australia didn't hit 50 against Fiji when they played the group stages. There's potential New Zealand do against Fiji, but I don't see it happening. England versus Samoa/Tonga won't happen, you would assume. And then the final won't happen, you'd assume. You'd pray, you'd hope. Alright, so Johnson now picks that ball up. Nice little run there. Takes it to the 15. But otherwise, let's be honest, if England gets slapped by Fiddy, the Fiddy bump goes off for fun just for the bands. Oh no, that's a different story. That's a different story altogether, absolutely. Absolutely there. Actually, I've got a defender from Nottingham Forest, actually. I hope that they get a clean sheet there. So second tackle now at the 20. Still not making any meters at all here. Just nothing. Olam again, bro. Olam's going to do so much more right now. Stanley Teppen, the Papua New Guinea head coach, not happy right now. Not a happy old chappy right now, that's for sure. That's for sure. And when Mbappe, nice little run, gets it out to about the 35. Again, let's keep Rugby League World Cup related for the time being, man. And Papua New Guinea whack this ball away as much as we can, because this still is a Rugby League World Cup stream, even though it's just a little bit dead. Olama's been really disappointing this World Cup. Oh, bro, absolutely. Absolutely. What's been impressive with the World Cup so far, Papua New Guinea, besides this game, has been their halves, who've done nothing in this game, obviously, and their forwards. Halves and forwards. Dom Young, they're still getting around. And we'll finally get taken down about 35 metres out here from the line. 35 metres out. Oh, my God, surely. Oh, we got to bring... I wonder if we bring on Haaland at half time. Maybe. Maybe. Might be a thought process. Malgus all thought PNG would get 4 points. Thought PNG would do something. Are they using the 2-point field goal rule at the World Cup? No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. Is that the England women's team that is currently sitting with Kate Milton? I don't know who that... Oh no, they're both... All three of them are attractive. Let's put that out there. Let's put that out there. Yeah, it is England's women's team. Alright, so they'll be taking down now 35 metres out from the line. I can tell you don't really know too much about international rugby league knowledge for it, because that's what I can say. I can tell. So second tackle now here for England. They'll be taking down 24 metres out of the line. They'll probably score here, you would assume. Unless Papua New Guinea can maintain some form of composure. Get anything going right now. Just anything. Anything going. Right side here for England. Back onto the inside. Oh, it's going to be 3 metres out. Come on, Papua New Guinea. Get some defence going here. Give them a bit of a challenge in the second half. That should be 6 again for sure. Should have been. J-Bed says best English women's team player is Australian. Just like one of the best English men's team players is also Australian. That's a good kick there. And Papua New Guinea will kick the ball away. To be honest, most of us would have English heritage, but we all want to see them get beaten. It's because they're the biggest... Well, when it comes to overall sport, New Zealand and South Africa are the bigger rivals. I'd say in rugby union anyway. New Zealand and Australia are, decently sized rival everywhere. But I wouldn't say that Australia's biggest rival is ever New Zealand. I'd say that in cricket, Australia's biggest rival is England, followed by probably India and then New Zealand. I'd say in rugby union, our biggest rival is England and then probably New Zealand. I'd say in football, we don't really have any rivals because... No, I'd say Japan. Japan would be our biggest rivals in football, as in soccer. And we are definitely theirs as well. But then I would say second would probably be England, but it would be the same for them. For them, it's different. But I'd say our second biggest rival would be with England, but for them it would be somebody else, like Germany or France, something like that. Or Italy. Italy's a good shout too, actually. I wouldn't even class New Zealand as a rival to Australia in football. In basketball, the USA, but then again, their biggest rival is Spain. What other sports are there? What other sports are there? No one's a rival in AFL because it's not an international sport. My name is Jeff. It's lovely work covering the World Cup. Good job. Appreciate you, dude. I appreciate you, man. Doing my best here, despite the fact that I have to keep talking despite their blowouts. Like, it's a really easy job to commentate if it's close, because you're focusing on the game, you're telling people what's happening, and you're getting excited. In games like this, you have to think about what you're going to talk about. You have to think about, you need the chat to be going, you need things to be moving, because otherwise it just gets really dead. It's 34 minutes to go here of a game that's already decided in the first 5 minutes. You're just like, Jay says, thanks, hard to keep up with all the World Cup rules compared to the NRL rules. Yeah, absolutely. I'm surprised they even used the 6 again rule in this World Cup, to be honest with you. Sorry, I'm surprised. Charlmit says, the only footy bomb I'd like to see in this World Cup is England conceding it in the finals of Australia after all the cocky bullshit. Oh, bro. You have no idea how much Jack McDonald will get slaughtered if that happened. Oh, bro. Oh, boy. But anyone says women's soccer, our biggest rival are the US, maybe? I would definitely say, yeah. And we would be theirs too as well. And Malcolm says, New Zealand's Oz cricket goes either way, except those Boxing Day when we get beaten. Yeah, we've got a lot more accolades. A lot more trophies. Said I've New Zealand playing a warm match before the World Cup. Oh, what, rugby union? No, definitely not football, because neither of those countries made the football World Cup, FIFA World Cup after this. South Africa are terrible football. The only reason they made the 2010 World Cup was because they hosted it. So Jacob Alec comes on here for Simbeacon. Jeez, my neck is so sore. Gee whiz. Rugby, there you go. Netball rivals New Zealand. I'd say netball our biggest rivalry is New Zealand, but that's because there's not really a great deal of teams that really are out there. Like I'd say probably England are a good shout, but in the same sense, it's definitely New Zealand. It's probably one of the only sports besides rugby that they really convincingly normally have a good chance, good chance against us. New Zealand's biggest rivals in cricket would probably be Australia, but in the same sense, we don't share the same. Our biggest rivalry would be England, followed by India, and then probably New Zealand. Left-hand side of Papua New Guinea at the halfway point, and they'll get taken down, fit tackle, 45 metres out. But Patterson's come on Barmy Army. Where was he Barmy Army when you beat you 40-0? Where was he Barmy Army when we beat you 4-0 in the Ashes? So fit tackle now, Papua New Guinea, and they'll put that ball up in the air. Should be an easy grab in from the English, but then again, we've already seen complacency really come in the second half already. Oh, probably with 10 minutes to go the first half because the game was already done. Barmy Army is always good banter. The thing with England and Australia, right, is that we don't really have a hatred rivalry. It's not, well, like, it's hatred out of we don't want them being better than us, you know. And when it comes to all sport, Australia takes the lead in regards to all sport, but in regards to specific sports, we're not necessarily. Most sports, Australia usually have it over England, except for football, obviously. But it's not a hatred rivalry. Like, we're happy to talk shit for the entire Ashes, then have a beer with each other right afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how it kind of is. Hockey is USA. No, our biggest rivalry in regards to hockey is definitely India. Oh, absolutely. And rugby. Hey, Billy Patterson, how many World Cups you got? Thanks for coming. So, fourth tackle now. They're 25 metres out. Until you can get that second, don't be trying to tell me you're the better at the rugby. And that's going to be too heavy there. It's going to be 7 tackle set. No, lyrics say, yeah, swimming is definitely USA. Easy. Swimming is definitely USA, but hockey is absolutely not the USA. USA aren't even a factor in hockey. Knowledge Lyric says, semi-finals in Cricket World Cup going to be New Zealand, South Africa, and England, India. There you go. England, Germany, biggest sport other than Pakistan, India? You wish. Your biggest wish than ever wisher. How many football World Cups you got? We're shit at football. We're not even defending that. Also, how many football World Cups have you witnessed in your life? We've actually won more intercontinental trophies than you have in football. You've now won Euros, we've won an Asian Cup, but that's not the point. We don't admit to being good at football. You do. And actually, I believe the last time we played, we beat you 3-1, actually, and we don't even play football, really. Like, our football's shite. You play in Asia, and so what? That's not the point. We won an intercontinental, we can't play in Europe. Okay. We probably wouldn't win when we were in Europe anyway, but the fact of the matter is it's a pointless argument. We've won a trophy in an intercontinental region, you haven't, and you won a World Cup 50, 60 years ago, which you didn't see. But you're a better nation than us in football. There's no one debating that at all. PG looking better this half, yeah, but the game's over still. At least they're looking a little bit more respectable. Able to butt making some ball through. And, oh, that's a good kick actually. We drop out. That's a really good kick. Drop out to Papua New Guinea. What's happening to Perth Glory this year? Oh, A-League is shit, bro. Like, A-League shit. The whole league is shit. It's just terrible. Like, the team that came first last year is now last. You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous. Perth Glory have been shit for ages. The JB says 10 minutes without a score. Klaxon, let's go. Hey, look at us go. Yeah, no score in the second half. Get around it. So 15 minutes gone here, guys. If you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe, it's usually a lot more exciting than this. We're usually a lot more exciting on streams, but it's just that these blowouts are starting to get to us a little bit. In terms of actual sport, not politics. Yeah, well, that just, well, makes no sense. Since Diego Castro left, Glory will never be the same. Do you actually watch the A-League? You're an Englishman who watches the A-League? I'm so sorry. Even Australians don't watch the A-League. So second tackle now, 30 metres out. And at least Jacob Alec with a good run there. Trump says, yeah, cool, England are better than Oz at football, but it's not like England dominate football. At least Oz dominate a wide range of sports. Absolutely. Like, we even just won the Commonwealth Games in England, over England. Oh, not confident on there. What's his fetish with Perth? I'm really confused about that one with Perth Glory. Well, to be fair, Perth is its own country, so... Like, Western Australia is effectively China, rather than Australia. So maybe he's just interested in a different country, you know, which is what Western Australia is. Do you know there was actually a point where Western Australia wanted to rename themselves Westralia and be their own country? I'm from Perth, born in England, bud. Jay is in Perth. That's why he's asking that question. Knowledge League says only World Cup England has won and Australia hasn't is football. Yep. And that World Cup by England was won 40 odd years before I was born. Roughly. I think it was 56, wasn't it? Was it 1956 or 1966? I think it was 56, wasn't it? Which would be 38 years before me, or if it was 66, it would be 28 years. David's in Westralia. Not even joking. 1966. Yeah, so 38 years before I was born. Billy, we have double the World Cup of the whole Northern Hemisphere combined. It's a fair call then, Rugby. That's a fair call. So, 4 tackle now. 4 tackle here for the English. They're 40 metres out of the line. But yeah, West Australia's the dumbest name that did ever. That makes no sense considering Australia means southern in Latin. I didn't even know that. Who'd they beat in the final? I think maybe Germany. Was it England, Germany in 1966 in the final? I can't remember. I wouldn't know, really. I can't remember who it was. I would know it, but I obviously had to watch it. Fifth tackle now. But it's like when it comes to footballs, the kick will be a 7 tackle set for Papua New Guinea. West Germany, there you go. Yeah, you're right, yeah. I think it was 1-0 England and West Germany. I think it was. This game is so dreadful now. I would like to see Papua New Guinea at least score a try. England 4, West Germany 2. Well, I was completely off in regards to that score then. Completely off. Alright, so Justin Owen gets spotted for 40. And this will be first tackle now. Oh my god. It's a knock on. Holy damn. It's a knock on. You're joking. You're just joking, aren't you? You're joking. No, so it says Germany were that good, they were split into East and West and still dominated World Cups. Yeah, we all know why they were split. I'll be doing the FIFA World Cup games, but as you can assume World Cup games are a bit too late. Mate, it's currently 2 AM in the morning here. And the next game will start at 5:30 and I will start streaming at 5 AM and I'm not sleeping in between. There's nothing too late for me. England looking lost with that Burgess. Yeah, Burgess probably my man of the match. Then the same as Papua New Guinea. Oh, I mean football. Yeah, I know you mean football. What do you mean too late? I'm currently up at 2 in the morning streaming this. Why would I not stream Football World Cup? So second tackle now. At least England have slowed down, so it's not going to be as much of a blowout. But it's still just that first half was horrific. Just horrific. Oh, I think that's a knock on there from Papua New Guinea. I think that's a knock on, so it'll be 6 again. I'll go for Australia, but at the same sense, I would love to see Argentina go there. I think Brazil win it, but I would love to see, I would obviously love to see an Argentina versus Portugal final, but I don't think it'll happen. I don't think Portugal will be there. I think Argentina have a chance to be there. I honestly don't believe in France. I don't believe in Portugal like other people do. I think that England will be good, but they'll still get maybe max to the semi-finals. And if they get to the final, they'll choke, as we all know. Probably in a penalty shootout. Which is the huge. Germany will be solid. Who else will be good? Italy won't be too good. Italy won't be too good. So first tackle now for England, 10 metres out. Argentina aging. I understand Argentina aging. Oh, that's going to be good defence from Guinea. Oh, that's good defence from Guinea. Wowee. They stopped an easy try there. Varane had a Socceroos game. Mate, the Champions Curse is a legit thing. No one thought that Germany would get... No, sorry, that Spain would get knocked out in 2014. No one thought that that Germany would get knocked out in 2018. No one thought that Italy would get knocked out in 2010. Like, It's a legit thing. Ever since 2010, Italy didn't qualify. Why do you think I smiled when I said that, JB? Why do you think I smiled? That's penalty, Papua New Guinea. PNG needs Jimmy Jolliffe to win this game for them. PNG need a bloody miracle. Has South Korea and North Korea played in the FIFA World Cup? My God, that's a comment. Has South Korea and North Korea played in the FIFA World Cup? I can't believe that's a comment. North Korea played in the Asian Trophy, the Asian Cup, but I definitely don't believe they were given the group to South Korea. Oh, no, I thought it was a penalty to Papua New Guinea. It was actually a penalty to England. And also, is Qatar going to be the first host country in years not to go past the group stage? Oh, absolutely. Javis was listening, not watching my bad. No, you're good, bro. But, yeah, no one, yeah. BK says Albert Wellington and Danny McDonald didn't really put their body to use. What a huge disappointment. Specifically Danny McDonald, but yeah, the entire team, man. We can't be blaming individual players here. The entire team's been bad. Alex Johnson as well. Bolton says, hopefully we'll see Papua New Guinea finish off at least with some points. I would want to see them at least get one try, you know what I'm saying? At least get one try. Oh, England, they've gotten so complacent, man, in the second half. They're going to score a try here, but geez, how complacent have they got? Yeah, Portugal, Argentina won't be the final, though. If that happened, though, it's like, I do and I don't want that, because I kind of don't want Messi or Ronaldo to win a World Cup, because it's like, if one of them does it, it does kind of separate one from the other. I'd say if Messi wins a World Cup, it will separate him clearly from Ronaldo, and I think if Ronaldo wins a World Cup, it will separate him relatively clearly from Messi. So, although I'm always a believer in, I'm always a Messi fan, personally, I do think that it'd be pretty rough for the opposition if one of them, like if Argentina had won in 2016, it would have been really, 2018, sorry, it would have been really tough to see, or 2014 if we know in the final, and Özil scored for Germany. I think it would have been really tough for Ronaldo fans to defend him when he doesn't have that World Cup to his name. Jack says, I don't care how much points England score, last try wins. Yup. Billy Powell says, I want Ronaldo to just because what Man United are doing to his career at the moment. Yeah, but Man United are a piece of shit. Nellis Lyric says, Messi won 2014, will the debate be over before it started? Well, what do you mean before it started? The debate's been going on for like 20 years, bro. So, England will score the try there, and it's 42-0 here with a kick to come. Jeez. My neck is so stiff right now. My God. I told you I was quite sick, though. Alright, so Mackinson here from the left-hand side. Oh boy. Don't forget, guys, at 5 AM AST, we will be streaming the New Zealand versus Fiji game. New Zealand versus Fiji game. We'll start streaming at 5 AM, but the game will start at 5:30. Folgar says, clear English win. Yeah, it's been poor, man. Really sad here, Papua New Guinea. And I missed the kick, so it'll be 42-0 here, sorry. BK says, Kummels was so complacent after the easy win for the Cookies. They looked so confused in the first half. Even the coach looked like he saw it coming, just so pissed. I wouldn't say that they were complacent. I definitely don't think that's the word. I don't think they would ever have come in complacent against England. I think what's happened here is that the pressure has got to them of knowing the entire country is watching. I think the pressure has got to them in regards to the fact that, you know, this is a tournament that England looked like a lot better in. And I just think that Papua New Guinea just weren't good enough today, and they just didn't have the ability to kind of keep their minds on the job. What are the games playing tonight? Fiji versus New Zealand at 5:30 in the morning AEST. I'll start streaming at 5 AM though. But like I said, guys, 60 minutes gone here. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Saliao Kishawan's referee is full of shit. Not this time, Saliao. Not this time. Unfortunately, the referee hasn't been the reason for Papua New Guinea losing like this. The referee was at fault for the first game against Tonga, and I didn't like what he did against Cook Islands in that third game against Papua New Guinea. But this game, it's not been the referee's fault. You know, I'll be honest with you. I understand that people are going to be frustrated. I understand people are going to want to blame the referee. And I'm a big supporter of Papua New Guinea. I'm always saying how much I think that they're very good for the game, passionate and love it. But yeah, it's not been the referee in this game. It's just been that Papua New Guinea weren't ready for it. They weren't ready for it. Which is disappointing because I really thought they'd be up for it. Truman says, yeah, true, it's always good to leave these close battles to personal perspective. A World Cup win for one would make it too definitive, completely agree. Also, it's a healthy debate for the sport. Absolutely. Because Messi and Ronaldo is an easy comparison because they play at the same time. They don't play the same position necessarily, but they play at the same time. LeBron and Michael Jordan is a difficult one to conclude because they both played in completely different eras in different games of basketball, realistically. Oh, here we go. No, Papua New Guinea taken down. No, not over the sideline. Close though. Ronaldo plays for New Zealand. No, we're not talking about Ronaldo Multalo. We're talking about Cristiano Ronaldo. Daniel said, I don't think winning a World Cup should differentiate them. It will, though. No single player can carry their team to a FIFA World Cup win. They're competing for the best player, not the most accomplished. That's cool, that's your perspective, but I guarantee it will. I think Xavi or Iniesta is a harder debate than Messi and Ronaldo. I disagree. I think that's a good debate, but I still think Messi and Ronaldo is more difficult because you can actually make the argument that Ronaldo's in multiple places, but you can also say that Messi's probably individually, yeah, it's very difficult still. His points for the league as well. Yeah, Liam Moore is a terrible referee. He's an absolutely horrific referee, but with that being said, it's not his fault Papua New Guinea losing this game today. So, England now, left-hand side, 15 metres out, spread it over the top. Oh, could have gone with the intercept there, and we'll be Papua New Guinea's ball to 10. Arcro says Iniesta is a beast midfielder. Absolutely. Andre Iniesta. Victor Radley comes on in from McLaurin. Kiwis up 22-10 versus Wales, just about to be half-time. Not surprising at all. Not surprising at all. Jeez, I'm really feeling like I want some Subway right now, but I can't have a cheat meal until December, buddy, 26. I'm dying, man, dying. I think the reason why my neck is so stiff is because this challenge is starting to really kind of drag. That's why this next probably 15 days is probably the hardest part of it. Bolton still says New Zealand against Fiji should be a more competitive game. We thought this was going to be competitive, man, so I hope you're right. Obviously, thoughts of victory, get around them, but, man, I hope it's more competitive than this shit. So, fit tackle here. 35 metres out. Oh, that's not going to be charged down. I think that'll be just play on here. Yeah, this is play on. He hasn't charged that down. And they kicked that ball on the inside there after the deflection. That was a terrible kick, but it is what it is. The special government says Iniesta would have edged it easily, but now that Xavi is manager, his dedication to the club might just make him the winner. Playing days, it's Iniesta for me. I would agree. Oh, jeez, that's a concussion right there. That's a concussion right there for number 16. Alright, so England back inside the attacking half again. Here's second tackle. What a fizzler of a game. What a fizzler. Gee, oh, by the way, Sebastian, do you have Cancelo in your fantasy team? If so, rest in peace. Also, did you captain Haaland? If so, rest in peace. Forward tackle now here for the English. 33 metres out of the line, right hand side. Cuts it back, taken down, 20 metres out here. More of a routine you get, the better and easier your fitness program will get, and the days will go by quickly. You know, they do go by quickly, but right now it's just adjusting your life that quickly with that much change is hectic. Oh my god, they're so silly. They're so silly. They both just made a knock on there because they both went for the ball. Like, come on, bro. Cross the All Blacks 2015 squad was the best all time. I agree. All Blacks team, especially with McCaw and Carter. Yeah, 2015 was the best rugby union team of all time. Absolutely. Zay Brown says he also streams at night, which makes it harder for him. Yeah, it's a hectic schedule. It's a very hectic schedule. You don't really get as much rest as you necessarily need. That's for sure. That's for sure. We've got 15 minutes to go here in the game. England will get another attacking set here on the line. I can feel the heartbreak for PNG fans. Yeah, but I could feel that 60 minutes ago. No, Wallabies was better. I'm going to disagree with you, Jasper, as much as I want to say Wallabies were great in 1999. I still think Richard McCaw and Dan Carter 2015 was the shit. So, second tackle here, 3 metres out from the line. England will get taken back to the 5. That was a great team back then. Johnny Eales, Georgie Gregan and the likes, but Six Agani for England as well. Six Agani for the English as well. 5 metres out. McKeegan. Good thing that's not the only World Cup, PNG. Huh? What, you talking about Football World Cup too? I can tell you right now, they're never going to make it the FIFA World Cup anytime soon, or ever. Papua New Guinea struggled to beat Fiji, that's a knock-on. That's a knock-on, so it will be PNG ball. Pandas, yeah. Do you think Fiji can pull off another embarrassing upset against New Zealand? It's a potential, like Ronan. It is a potential, but, you know, I also thought that PNG would give it a good go here. So it's just tough, man. I think it's because we also want it to happen. I did say England to win by 10, not 42. I don't think anyone saw this result really come. I did say there was a world where I could see England winning by 50. There was a world. And obviously that world has come. Just like I said, there was a world that Roosters could disappoint last season, and they did. Actually, the exact same situation. I took the Roosters to come second, and I said there's a world where they could really disappoint and come just inside the top 8, and that's exactly what happened. And this game, I said I think England win by 10, but I could see a world where it's by 50, but I don't think it happens, but it did happen. Alright, so Papua New Guinea now. There's more World Cup to come. Not for Papua New Guinea, it's not. I had a new YouTube update, got to refresh the stream the whole time to see the new message in the chat. Really? I don't even know. Alright, so 4 tackle here. Did you hear what I said before, by the way, Sebastian? Do you have Cancelo in your fantasy? Did you captain Haaland? I think Haaland will come in the second half, though. Alright, fifth tackle now. Fifth tackle, Rugby League. I know you're talking about Rugby League for Hendro, but in the same sense, Papua New Guinea aren't going to be there in the World Cup, so it's like they don't really... they'll watch it, but in the same sense, a lot of Papua New Guineans won't watch the rest of the games, especially not the England games, or they'll hope for it, because I can see that a lot of Papua New Guineans will probably try and blame the referee for this game, even though it's not the referee in this game. It's just frustrating. It's 3 hours before the next game starts. Yikes. So, this is an interesting question. Do you think the Southeast, Australia, Fiji, Papua New Guinea, New Zealand, Samoa, Tonga, etc. players travelling to England, the North affects their performance? Absolutely, and especially the weather conditions. But with that being said, it's not really an excuse. But yeah, the advantage definitely goes to England. Absolutely. Especially when you've got most of their stupid referees. You have a couple of Australian referees, but in the same sense, Liam Moore's a muppet. All games seem so slow compared to normal premiership season in Australia. Oh, absolutely. They are very slow. It's good because this is what the ground's like. It's always wet in England. And the way that games referee is like this. Oh, your fantasy's been dead for a few weeks now. There you go. So I'm not saying it's an excuse. I'm just saying, do you think it affects the performance? Yeah, I do. That's a knock-on. They're going to say this is a knock-on. They're going to say it's a knock-on. I think so. Can we time out Dogs games, please? No solutions. Who should play right back for England? Reece James. And he will. It's not even a question. I think this is a knock-on here. I think this is a knock-on here. If anything, it's inconclusive, which means it should be a knock-on. Alright, so Herbie fine with you. Will he lose it? He will... Yeah, it's going to be knock-on. So I'm watching all these games, it just seems like they're doing so much worse. For example, Samoa versus England, Samoa should have done so much better. Yeah, Samoa had no World Cup preparation. No World Cup preparation. They had nothing, they had no more match, nothing. England, Samoa just weren't ready for it. Their egos got hit pretty hard. But if they play again, I could see Samoa turn around. But England are definitely favourites for the final right now. Not to win, but they're definitely second favourites for the World Cup as we currently speak. Sarah Brown says, the rule that same in league as union where an Aussie ref can't ref an Aussie game? Nope, because right now Liam Moore is an English ref refereeing an English game. And he's literally screwed Papua New Guinea in 2 games this World Cup so far, including the first game against Tonga and third game against Cook Islands. But with that being said, he's not been bad today. But I couldn't believe that he refereed this game. Couldn't believe it. Second tackle here. 30 metres out, right hand side, Papua New Guinea. Can they do something? Score a try, do something, man. Tom Burtis comes on here for Manny Lees. I nearly knocked that ball on there. Is that Watson Boas? Well, it's good to have him on, considering it's his last World Cup. Mackenzie Yeh goes off here for Sylvester Narmel. Good to see Watson Boas have a crack here for his final World Cup. He's been around the team for a long time. Wrong line, man. Wrong line there by Sylvester Narmel. Had a good line, but didn't use it. Cito says, I feel like Tonga will win this matchup tomorrow against Samoa. I feel like Samoa is a solid squad, but in my opinion, Tonga just seems so much more composed. The fact is that everyone has a different opinion on that game, so that's going to be a 6 again here. This is going to be Papua New Guinea ball. Everyone has a different opinion about that game, so it should be close. It really should not be a blowout, that's for sure. Also, Jack Wellsby, haven't seen him do much since that first game. He's not giving that as played by England. That's bullshit, Liam. Come on, man. You can't have your leg in that position there without playing at the ball. Come on, bro. You can't have your leg in that. Yeah, I was going to say, it's Papua New Guinea ball. I was going to say, it's ridiculous if you called that and not played it by England. So we're 6 again here, Papua New Guinea. It has gone Papua New Guinea's way because it's the right call, commentary. He clearly had his leg out deliberately to block that ball off. So first tackle now here for Papua New Guinea. They'll go left-hand side here. Chance here, PNG. Chance here. Cornwalls kicks it through. First tackle. But it will be... Ooh, I think it's a try. I think it's a try here. I think it's a try. Yeah, they'll call it a try. So Papua New Guinea will score. Good on them, man. At least they'll get a try, man. At least they've got something to celebrate. They're proud at the moment, man, but still, superbly disappointing game. But at least they'll score, and they won't get held to nil. It's close though. It's close. It nearly goes over the sideline. But Jimmy Gultalik 3 tries in the Rugby League World Cup 2021. Cronin says we'll have one action back for Tonga. Apparently so. Apparently so. That's a good kick there, but in the same sense, on first tackle, it's a bold call. It's a really bold call. Yeah, it's definitely a try. On first tackle, it's a really bold call. Watching the game okay at the same time as watching this. I like having someone who knows what they're talking about, discuss these matches. Yeah, well, I'll do my best, man. I have to deal with a lot of muppets from time to time, but do my best, man. Know a thing or two about a thing or two. But with that being said, it is still opinion based, and it's just you use me as a way to compound your own opinion. So obviously you have an opinion, I have an opinion, the chat has an opinion, and then it's just a good way to kind of mix everything together. Laurie Gingatau says, "Good morning, brother. I feel for PNG as if the score was closer, but scouts would have gave out more contract PNG players in the NRL. I still think everyone in Papua has a chance." But overall, it's been a bad game for Papua New Guinea, yeah. Been a bad game. Yeah, 4-4 in the second half, exactly right. Yeah, Papua New Guinea a tie in the second half. Yeah, England might not reach 50 and actually get the kick. It's actually 6, so 42-6 here. Good kick there from Reece Martin. Blowers will be thinking of the past once the players get around. I wanted a close game than this, not celebrate any form of points PNG on the board. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, we all thought that the quarterfinals would come around and be a lot closer. We all knew Australia 11-0 would be a blowout, but this game didn't. And the next game, we hope not. But like I said, I'll lose it if tomorrow night's is. If tomorrow night's game between Samoa and Tonga is a blowout, I'll flip out. I'll be super. I'll be upset. England not reaching 50. Yeah, I don't think so either. TK Productions, I don't think so. So second tackle here, Papua New Guinea. They're 12 metres out in the line. Kenzie Ye comes on here for Wellington Albert. Haven't seen Wellington Albert do too much in this game. It's gonna be World War 3 if the refereeing tomorrow's dog shit. Yeah, it'll be pretty brutal. It'll be pretty brutal. Let's go have a look at something here. Let's go have a look at something here. No, nothing there. Okay, don't worry about that. Oh man, my neck is just so sore. So England will get the ball now, 45 metres out here from the Papua New Guinea line. Oh, close to a high tackle there. Yeah, we are really relying on tomorrow night's game being really good. Did I watch the Justice Universe Latelli fight? That fight was crazy. So I've actually been sick the last 24 hours. I did watch it. Didn't stream it though. Yeah, it was crazy. Good fight. CJ says that I live in Ipswich and we had around 10,000 Samoans and Tongans marching to the streets with flags and such. Yeah, good stuff, man. It's like in Sydney. Yeah, it's good to see. I'm on a Gold Coast, so there probably would have been something like that on the Gold Coast, or they might just all gone to Ipswich. 2 more tries for PNG would be good. Why 2? Why 2? I'm okay with this, man. I'm okay with this. Alright, so left-hand side now. Gives it off, 15 metres out. Throws Georgie White, Georgie Williams, 8 metres out. Fit tackle. Papua New Guinea's defence in the second half has been pretty alright. Because 2 and 8 minutes is pretty good. Yeah, but like, what's the difference between just 1 and 2, realistically? Oh, good pick up there. Papua New Guinea here. Good pick up there. That's going to be... Oh, Dan Russell. What the shit, bro? What the shit? Like, bro, throw the ball there. Just selfish, man. Just selfish. Throw the ball there. You have the breakaway. You got the intercept. Throw the ball. Jabez, didn't watch the England vs Australia wheelchair game. It was legit the most entertaining thing this whole World Cup. I didn't, but what was the score? The only wheelchair rugby league game that I've ever seen was that France vs Wales game, and it even though it looked exciting, 158 points to 4 doesn't really get me going too much. Doesn't really get me going too much, that one. Jim Vice PNG trash. Alright, wanker. Adams gives them a little more pride after the game. Is there pride though in this performance? Is there going to be pride in this performance? Ooh, Wolves with a... okay. Wolves with a red card as well. Jeez, a lot of red cards coming today. A lot of red cards coming today. Alright, so England with the ball now, 3 minutes out from the line. They're going to push over here, you would assume. No, good defence there. Third tackle, 2 minutes out. Third tackle, out back, 15 metres out here. I think it's on a 30-12. To who? To Australia or to England? I don't know who's good and who's not. Tony Mackinson will score a try in the wing. Has Dom Young even scored a try today? I don't think he has he? I don't think Dom Young has scored a try. I think that's Tommy Mackinson who scored like 5 tries, but I don't think Dom Young scored a try today. First England international score 5 tries in 1 game. There you go. So Tommy Mackinson scores 5 tries in the game. But apparently Dom Young has, well maybe just 1. He just hasn't beaten the guy today. It's been Tommy Mackinson instead. Doris Evans says, hey there, it's 2 a.m. here in PNG. Yeah, it's 2:15 a.m. here in Queensland. I'm on the Gold Coast. And we'll be streaming in 3 hours' time for the New Zealand versus Fiji game. 4 tries for Matt, 1 for Young. No, 5 tries for Matt. That's his 5th try. Jordan McPherson said it's 42 or 43 successive kicks for Martin after that conversion. No. It was good beforehand, but he missed one of those kicks against Tonga? Or was it the second game? I think it might have been the one against Wales, wasn't it? Oh, actually, no, it wouldn't be. No, it wouldn't be that much. He missed a kick in the World Cup. He was on a record, but he missed one throughout the group stages. Do we get a day off for King's birthday on 14th of November? I don't know. So 4 minutes to go here. First Englishman ever to score 5 tries in 1 game. Unsure at Union. Yeah, Sheila and Union. But yeah, this is a good performance here by England, but really disappointing performance here by PNG. Really disappointing performance by PNG. Expected a lot better. Expected a lot better. And don't forget, I will do a short review of the game right after. That will go up on the channel. A short little review. 4 minutes to go here. John Ferguson, thanks for that. Didn't know he was unsuccessful with a kick. Yeah, he was unsuccessful with 1 kick. And Mackinson will hit the post. He's had a bit pulling up with the boot. So he will hit the post there. This England team is too good, mate. Let's wait until you take on a team like Australia and New Zealand. But you've been good today. But in the same sense, Australia is still firmly the favourites. Firmly the favourites for the World Cup. But it's been a good performance by England. Papua New Guinea been really poor though as well. They've really helped to give extra possessions to England early on. But with that being said, yeah, England have had a good game here today. Alright, so England now get this ball to the... Oh, he's going to get slammed there. Yeah. Oh, a bit of an elbowing to the face there. What's this? What's the English player doing? Why is he having a bit of a crack at Reece Martin? Oh, a bit of knee there. There's a bit of biffo. Biffo. PNG had a good crack in this World Cup until this game. Yeah, PNG looked like they were a decent team until this game. Absolutely. So 3 minutes to go here in the game. England need to really be careful. You don't want to be seeing anyone get sent. You don't want to be seeing anyone get sent here, especially when you've got a big game next week against Tonga or Samoa. You don't want to be seeing anyone get sent, that's for sure. That is for sure. Papua New Guinea have nothing to lose in a fight. England, however, they do. They have a lot to lose. It's like if you're Papua New Guinea right now, you just go out and try and punch on with buddy, one of the best players. Screw them for next week. Yeah, Tommy Mackinson will get player of the match here, you would assume, but I think Tommy Burgess was a big part, and also I do think Georgie Williams was a big part. I think that tackle was fine. I don't understand why he took such exception to the tackle. Crowd has disappeared early, not a good luck for the sport. Yeah, not a good look for the sport, especially considering it's England. Like, you would expect that they would stay there for, for the England game, considering they're winning by a lot. It would be 26 all if Mac was playing for the Papua New Guineas. Wank. But you're right, but wank. 2.5 minutes to go here. Tom Burgess needs to really be careful. Morgan Knowles needs to be really careful there. Morgan Knowles seems like a dirty player though. I've seen throughout this World Cup. He's had a little bit of something about him. George McPherson says it's been a tale of two halves. First 40 was more attacking, but the second has been more defensive side. Yeah, absolutely. So penalty here is to Papua New Guinea for the fact that Morgan Knowles was rubbing his elbow into Reece Martin's face for some really confusing reason. I really don't understand why. The tackle wasn't even that bad. So Papua New Guinea are able to potentially finish off the game here without giving the ball to England, and which means they might not concede 50. They might not concede 50 here, which is pretty good for them, considering they were down 38-0 at half time. They've only conceded 8 points in the second half. They score a try here, they win the second half. So Tommy Mackinson will be the man of the match. At least England get a... This is what I said about Australia this morning. I wanted Lebanon to have the ball in the attack at 20 because I wanted Australia to be tested defensively, and they were fine. Actually, to be fair, Australia and England both won their games by the exact same margin, effectively. Unless Papua New Guinea score here. Australia and England have basically won their games by the exact same margin. At least Papua New Guinea got some points. They did. At least they did. But it's still not been great. That's for sure. That's for sure. So third tackle now, Papua New Guinea 15 metres out here from the line. Watson, Boa, 6 again here as well. They will finish off the game here with the ball unless they make a mistake, which is potential. Nice little ball underneath there, but they will get taken down. Wellington Albert, about 13 metres out of the line. Come on, one more try here would be nice. Get into double figures. Get into double figures here. Against Yoda, big fella, he'll lose the ball. He made a mistake, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? 40 seconds ago. I don't think England are going to try with the 50 bomb though. I don't think they'll try with the 50 bomb. I think they'll just let this 40 seconds just wind down here and go into that semi-final next week against Samoa or Tonga, and you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. But like I said, do not forget, guys, I will do my short review of the game right after this, which will go for about a minute. So definitely check that out as that finishes. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe, because we will be back in about 2.5 hours for New Zealand versus Fiji. Arcron says, I can't help but feel bad for PNG this World Cup with how much heart they put into their games. I can feel bad for the fans, not so much for the players. I think the players have been really, really poor today and really, really lackluster today. But I definitely feel bad for the fans. But the players, not so much. The players came into this game really underwhelming. So Papua New Guinea are challenging this. They're saying maybe a strip, or they're saying? It's definitely, or they're saying not a knock on. It's definitely knock on. It's definitely knock on there. I don't understand why you would challenge that. I guess he may as well. But there's only 20 seconds to go here anyway. So the challenge will be unsuccessful. Sid Fieldmass Mafua says England will probably have to play better, or else they will get run down by whoever they're versing next week. Well, they nearly did against Tonga in that semi-final, so yeah, I guess. But with that being said, they'd be confident after this game. I think England should definitely be confident after their performance in this game against whoever they play next week. I don't know how... I think they should be confident against Australia too, but they're not going to beat Australia. But I think they should be still at least somewhat confident. The ball bounce will go inside line, so we'll probably finish up here at 46-6. At least they didn't give up. They only gave up 8 points in the second half. Papua New Guinea. They'll take that. They'll take that. PNG played a lot better this second half, but didn't make up for the rest of the game. Was it PNG playing a lot better, or was it England just really kind of clicking off and you know, finishing up the game at half time? I don't know, maybe. But guys, that's going to be it for the game. The final score is going to be 46-6. Pretty easy win there for the English. Papua New Guinea superbly disappointing. Like I said, guys, I'm back in 2.5 hours time for New Zealand versus Fiji. So definitely be here for that one. Hopefully that's a better game. Don't forget, in about maybe 3 to 5 minutes time, my short review of this game will go up on the channel. So definitely check that one out and comment on what your thoughts were. But yeah, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new here, and I will see you guys in about 2.5 hours. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Catch you later. See ya.